Selamat sore, teman-teman. Welcome back to another episode of Collaborators Without Direction, a tabletop adventure game where the players explore the Southeast Asia-inspired lands of Yoon-Suin. Currently, we're using the Whitehack rule set. My name is Gobin, my pronouns are he, him, and it is my task as referee to narrate the world around them as the characters seek adventure. We'll pass it off to our first player, Billy. Tell everyone your name, your pronouns, to remind everyone who your character is.
I'm Billy. My pronouns are he, him. I am playing Dr. Levinson, the fortunate Slugman.
All right, and Maggie.
Hello, my name is Maggie. My pronouns are she and her. I'm playing the character Hokama, a wise human who steals the hearts of others. Who's unfortunately seemingly been demoted to a diplomat.
Well, also don't forget Corpse Gurney.
Yeah, diplomat slash corpse gurney.
Yeah. I am the meat wagon.
Become one with the meat wagon. Well, that's not really a meat wagon so much as
a meat rickshaw?
No, the morgue-mobile.
Yeah. I am a hearse.
Awesome.
Wow.
So before we get started, if you missed any of previous sessions, I recommend going back and watching them on the Collaborators Without Direction YouTube channel when you have the chance. Been having a lot of fun playing through Deep Carbon Observatory, and we'd love you to join us again. So now on with the show. When we left off last time, the collaborators were caught in the middle of a battle they knew little about and had even fewer stakes in. Nonetheless, they helped the Reed villagers fight off the first wave of Capek newts in an equally impressive and incendiary manner. During the brief respite following the turning of the tide, Hokama and Doc Levinson spoke with the chieftain of the villagers, Acton Bengana, about any potential peace, but they were met with blind resolution. Hokama was able to prepare a tea ceremony for one of the undead piratized chieftains, during which she imparted into him the full history of her experiences. Having seen the insignificant scale of his life, the piratized chieftain took the living chief's sword, his own ancestral sword, and the body of a dead Capek newt to present to the Carl Capek. Hokama and Levinson rushed after and attempted to parley with the Carl, but were again met with blind, unreasoning hatred. In the last-ditch effort to avoid certain doom, Hokama performed a tea ceremony for the Carl, this time using only her own blood. Though the Carl seemed to have a similar experience as the piratized chief, he did not have any time to respond before the living chief came slopping through the mud behind the collaborators. Now you are standing in the middle of an endless floor of ankle-deep mud, ankle-deep gray-blue muck, a handful of fumarole chimneys gutter and spurt black mud that dries in the bright sun. To the left of you is the remaining horde of Capek newt people, led by the Red Carl Capek. To your right is the chieftain of the Reed people, Acton Bengana, 20 of his strongest fighters, and 5 piratized chiefs. The youngest piratized chief and father of the current chief kneels in the mud before the Carl. The Carl croaks out, "Ghana, this war is over. The sacred waters are gone, never to return. See the wisdom of your father, and let us cooperate towards a future where, if harmony is not possible, at least mutual survival." And Bengana responds, "No relation of long peace. Nothing mutual is in having for. I am more strong and big than ancestors." Game time started. They rush towards each other, weapons drawn. You stand in the middle. Let's roll initiatives.
Aw, fuck.
Alright, let's begin the combat here. Reset everyone's initiative. All the dice.
Oh no,
All the
Hokuma's
dice.
right in the middle.
All the dice.
Oh no!
That should have been a public rule. Hold on.
Hokuma's the real hopeless situation warrior.
Let me do that again. Because I want to show off all the dice. There we go.
All the dice.
Well,
Wasn't one of mine.
look at that. What do you know, Maggie? You get to go first.
Holy shit. Is Hokuma... I'm trying to remember. Hokuma isn't, like, bound in any way.
No, just exhausted, face down in the muck.
Oh, right. I fell unconscious. I guess maybe I'm awake because I'm in combat. I don't... And especially, like, Hokuma, like, getting her face out of the mud after passing out and just seeing, like, combat beginning. And it's just like, no.
You either see combat beginning or you look the other way and you see dead Tipper.
Hokuma's just gonna crawl, and I don't know if I can crawl out of this range band, but that's what Hokuma wants to do. I'm not sure how my prone movement goes for these range bands.
Yeah, you can. Well, make a
Should I make
think
like a con save?
Constitution or
Yeah.
Strength.
I think it's con. Like, just like staying awake. Let's
You're also crawling, which I think could equally.
I mean, honestly, either of them is
Yeah.
an equal chance for you, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I just roll over. I just like half-heartedly move.
Yeah. Well, you would have been able to move, but you're in fact tied to a corpse that is nothing but dead weight, and it is pressing you down into the muck.
Okuma just cries.
You have to leave it.
I mean, that's fun. It's like Hokuma's just in a difficult situation.
In a
You just have to,
hopeless
like,
situation.
Cut yourself free. Cut yourself free of the weight. That's in character. I guess you failed your.
Yeah, I'm fucking in the mud. I'm in the mud and I'm exhausted and I've got 1 hit point. It's up to you, Doc Levinson. You're in control of this one.
Yeah. So
Well, luckily they're
K-Pack-
kind of focused on each other. I hope they don't immediately go after us for some reason.
This K-Pac's going to move forward and attack these reed people. Maybe I can get a roll out of this.
Damn.
Brutal.
That 1 damage crit.
Yep. Yeah, that's why I think my favorite thing to do for crits in regular Dungeons and Dragons is to, instead of having double damage, you roll 1 die and you automatically get a maximum of the other die.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, instead of it being you just rolling 2d6, you get 6, and then you still just roll 1d6. Makes them less sucky, you know?
Yeah.
That 1 damage critical, and you're like, well, that's horseshit.
It sounds like Outer Wilds.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't sound like music for fighting people, too.
Let's all gently What?
I do love the Outer Wilds, but yeah.
Let's
Maybe-
all gently
Maybe
watch
you
with
shouldn't
nihilistic
fight
horror.
people.
Yeah, that whole game's like, hey, maybe we should just try to get along. The world's ending every day.
Okay, up next, Pyrite Chief. The Pyrite Chiefs are going to stand where they're at. And as is Acton Benkawa, the other next KPEC also rushing forward. Let's get another attack out of them. Fucking brutal. Yeah, okay. So these KPEGs rush forward and they just completely destroy this group of reed people. Like beating them down with their sticks and biting into them with their little newty jaws.
Well,
Wow, man.
We tried.
The initiative was not in favor of the reed people. Carl is going to stand there and, again shout at Acton Bengana, like, please, like, we don't need to do this. This is insanity.
like, dude.
I thought. Wait, I thought the new people were attacking the reed people.
Well, the new people were gonna, and then Hokuma dropped to 1 hit point to convince them otherwise.
No, Billy means right now, and yes, they are, but that's how fucking initiative works, you know?
And, if someone rolls up and is like, I'm gonna kill you, and then is like, draws weapons, you're like, well, I don't want to do this, but, like, I guess.
It seems odd that they got caught with their pants down after being the initiators of this fight.
Sometimes you think you're hot shit, and you ain't.
And then Carl comes for your ass.
Yeah, Carl's hot shit.
Carl is hot shit.
Undeniably.
We need to regroup before we face Carl.
It's your turn now, Billy.
I'm gonna try to drag Hokuma's ass.
I'll say Carl is taking a defensive stance.
Yeah, I also kind of want to be defensive in my. I'm gonna try to drag out Hokuma to the outer ring, get us both out of the fray.
You're gonna try to drag her?
Yes.
All right. That is going to be strength.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a feat of strength right there.
It sure is.
That's a fucking pass.
Damn, Doc Levinson's ripped.
He's jacked.
He
as shit.
is.
No, you never told us that Doc Levinson is jacked.
No, that's come up once or twice before, where he's just like.
Up, we're always like, "Damn, the slug man is fucking ripped."
Like, just fucking swole.
Well, you see, that's the thing. He's strong, but because slugs work differently than mammals do, there's no like musculature there to be like Levinson is very definitely not swole.
Yeah,
I don't have bones, but I have nothing but muscle.
Yeah,
right.
That gastropoddal like stomach band is like fucking like strong.
So I'd like to pull both of us out to the outer ring here, out of the fray.
If you hold down X, you can put a marker just where.
Out.
All right.
Hokuma just getting dragged through the mud, and it's just like, This is the worst day of my fucking life.
The worst day of your life so far.
Okay.
You know, someone said that to me once.
K-Pack,
I fucking hate that person.
running over here.
They were right, and they're a fucking asshole.
These guys can't miss.
These K-Packs, fucking elite.
They are going crazy.
These K-Packs just devour.
They're bringing
Yeah, we
the
need to get the
pain.
fuck out.
These are the green berets of K-Packs. That's overly flattering to the green berets.
I'd also like to say that I'm like trying to get Hokuma back on her feet in this. Like, I'm
okay.
dragging, but I'm also trying to like.
So this
get her
group of
back up to a standing
K-Packs,
position.
this group of K-Pex runs forward to attack the chief, but he definitely is like he's more competent of a fighter than they are, and is able to like dodge out of the way of their attacks and take a few of them down with his sword. Then I think it's the last group of K-Pex yet. They're also going to rush forward to attack the chief. And oh man, see, he's bringing it too. He's on that next level stuff.
Yeah.
Is that not a miss?
It is a miss.
Hmm.
I'm saying chief is bringing the stuff. All right.
Chief is ready.
Yeah, chief was ready for them.
Maybe these other guys are like,
The
dude, your
people
dad's
are-
saying this is a bad idea, and the chief is like resolute. He is committed.
Yeah, brutal. All right, so these Reed people attack back at to protect their chieftain and smack
damn.
down, like cut down some more of the Capex there in front of them. They're like stabbing through these Capex with their spears, just like skewering them as turning their white skin red. Let's see. That's them, and then it's last but not least the chief himself. All right.
Ooh. Max damage.
Max damage. Yeah, what he's going to do is actually squeeze between the Capex in front of him to rush forward at the Carl, and is going to slice the Carl, who is defending himself, but it is not like being aggressive. He's not trying to. You can tell from his motions that the Carl is not trying to kill the chieftain. He is only trying to block the attacks. And all right. Then the Pyretized chieftain that Hokuma gave the tea ceremony to, he reaches up and grabs his son, the current living chieftains. He grabs his arm, and then more of the Pyretized chieftains push through, and between the 6 of them, they each grab one of Acton Bengana's limbs. And he's just like, they lift him up and he's screaming like, what? And they walk over to one of the fumaroles that's spewing out this black, like boiling black mud. And as he realizes what they're going to do, he just screams, "Do not one!" And then they just drown, like they shove him headfirst into this fumarole.
What the fuck? But why? Maggie, I think you're muted.
Yeah, Maggie, you're muted.
I'm muted because I was eating an Oreo, and then I forgot. I've been screaming. I've been like, damn! Damn!
Why are they throwing him in the pit?
What I was saying was he got thrown in the fucking chocolate fountain. Fucking dumped him like a strawberry.
Is that what's that Willy Wonka kid?
Oh yeah, the German one.
I don't remember.
Like,
Yeah,
people are setting off fireworks.
the
Veruca Salt's the only one I remember because of the band.
because of the band.
There's a band called Veruca Salt.
All right.
She's one of the kids from Willy Wonka.
So the Carl looks at you and says, "Well, that's one way to end a war."
That was the most. That was some of the most metal shit I've ever seen.
The
I love a good coup,
the Reed
but...
people, like seeing their chief, just get like boiled alive. They are like they immediately like lay down their weapons and are like trying to surrender.
Shit.
And the Carl said, like, I don't know what the right word is. Yells, squirps, chalks, squawks, chirps at the other Capex and is like, no, spare them. We do not need to kill them.
Nah. Say Hokuma's like
I like
pulling
scramble up out of the
herself
mud. Yeah,
like Doc Levinson's dragging her up out of the mud, and she's sort of like hanging on to him. She looks like someone who's like so drunk, but she's also just completely covered in mud. She's caked in it. Like I imagine it's just opaque on her. She's just completely filthy and completely just like, and there's like, she also like fed from her like wrist. She like gave the blood from her wrist, so she's just like, this is just like awful. She just looks.
Yup.
Yeah, you want to get some triple antibiotic on those wounds post haste.
Yeah, I need that magical cream.
This swamp water can't be good. Swamp mud.
As you're standing there, you can see the Capex are like moving back away from the Reed people, and the Reed people are the Piratized Chieftains are walking back towards the Reed people and are like
I want to
doing
try
what
to
they
move
can
in
to.
Can I try to move in and treat the wounded?
Can that be me? I suppose I didn't get wounded in combat, so no.
Yeah, you did this to yourself. Sorry, drop.
Yeah, you did you did fucking magic to yourself.
Yeah.
Turns out magic is fueled by blood.
Of this game, I cannot heal you. Drop. Bye.
Just dropping me at the. Yeah, I just imagine Hokuma being like, I can stand. I'm fine. And you let go, and Hokuma just is like, woo!
Just face down in the mud again.
Yeah.
Can I try to heal any of the? How many injured are there? Not completely dead.
Like a dozen.
Oh God. Okay. I don't have that many bandages.
I know.
How many can I do quickly?
One.
Okay, I'll do one. I'll just
Quickly,
start on one guy. I'll just start on one guy.
Yeah,
all right.
Triage on a dozen people. Hard to do quickly with one person.
I mean, it'd take a few minutes.
Yeah.
Sure, mark off that bandage.
All right.
Yeah, as you are beginning to,
Even if I don't actually heal them, I'm like, I'm feigning that I care.
sure, you see one of these like reed people who's like right nearby you and has like a busted fucking elbow, and you're like, all right, let me help you splint this in place, and as you're splinting her arm, you all hear this extremely loud metallic clang pop sound, as if like you popped the lid off of a can really quickly. It is heard from the direction of the pit.
That's not good. All right, Hokuma still just sort of like picking herself out of the mud. It's just like, Carl, you wet motherfucker, you slimy bastard. Can you please help me up?
Carl like snaps his fingers, and K-Pek gets up under each of your arms, and they like lift you up like this above their head, and they get you up to like kneeling. They are short.
The clean sweep gets you up to kneeling.
Yeah. So what are y'all going to do?
Well, we need to go deal with that. I'm going to call it a fatal attraction.
Wait, we've assembled an army here, Hokuma. We need to.
Well, I don't know if
gather
we've
our
assembled an
army.
army. We've convinced them to not kill each other. I don't know if we've convinced them to die for us.
We need to talk them into the greater threat.
I don't know.
Both of them. We need to convince them that there is something bigger out there.
Okay, as Hokuma finally, very slowly, steadies herself and sort of is a shambling mess. She's gonna be like, Carl, what does that sound mean? What's over there again?
I have no idea.
Uh-oh.
I believe Carl.
That is the best I can tell.
Whose territory is that?
No one's?
Why?
We're in a lake bed.
Do you not want to go?
What do you mean why? It was at the bottom of a lake that was a kilometer deep. You know how much pressure that is? That would crush anyone.
Even the great Carl folk?
That
Yes.
was the best answer.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know the limitations of your swimming. I thought you guys. I kind of thought you guys were like kind of in the water, out of the water, like both. Jiving, jamming.
Yes. There are things that can live under some water, but the deeper you go down, the weight crushes you inwards. I don't know how big your insides are, but they would be so small under that water that they would squeeze out of your fucking eyes.
I can't go more than 5 feet in the water without being uncomfortable. I have to tense all my muscles up, and it gets very uncomfortable very quickly.
Fucking slugs. Hoku was too out of it to censor herself. Fucking.
We do have stories about the mouth of Yamalok at beneath the sacred waters.
That sounds like it meets the description.
Can we have this conversation over a campfire? And
do y'all have hot water? I I would like this mud to
We
be off.
We need to
of me.
rest, and I need to treat these wounded people.
You wish to rest, but well, it seems like the time is upon us.
Yeah.
You're,
You see,
but we can,
it seems something has followed you out of the dam.
Oh.
And as he points, or as he says this, you turn and you see the golem coming out of the dam.
Ah, fuck. Hokuma's just like, what the fuck is that? Oh wait, no, Hokuma was dealt with the golem. Right.
Yes.
Hokuma was
we
in
need
it.
to.
I forgot when who died how.
I have not dealt with 2 golems, and I say we need to dipset quick.
Yeah.
Carl, we need to find somewhere safe now,
I guess.
and we need to take everyone there.
Y'all want to find out what's in the mouth of Yamalog?
If it means not, didn't this golem come out of, or this golem came out of the dam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's in the
The
opposite.
dam
That
is
is
to the
not-
south of you. Here,
And
I'll put
the
up
mouth
the
of Yamalak is to the north of us.
the overland map here.
Get to the mines. They call it a mine. A mine.
Yeah, Doc Levinson, it seems like the only way is forward. As much as I would really, really like to not be here anymore.
Alright, we need to get everyone into the, for lack of a better word, mines. Chasm of
The pit.
Shala.
It's just a pit.
The pit of you.
There's like
Just a pit. So how do we descend this pit? Are there stairs? Is it just a muddy wall?
I'm supposed to be able to advance there.
Yeah, I'm moving away from this golem. I'm getting the fuck out.
Because it's a
I
mile
suggest
away, yeah?
I
It's
suggest
like more than a
everyone
mile
comes
away.
with me very strongly. Come with me if you want to live.
I don't know why
Maybe.
it's not showing up for the stream. Yeah. Yeah, so the pit's over here. I'm looking for that description of the pit here. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Yeah, if you're making, so y'all are making your way towards the pit?
Yeah. If it's away from the golem, then yes.
It sure is. It is, in fact, in the other direction.
And I want to strongly suggest that Carl and all of the Reed folk come with us. Whether they listen to me or not.
I'll get rid of these two.
Oh, maybe not the Reed folk. They seem sort of backstabby now that I look at it.
You know, if Carl backstabs us, whatever. You know, he's a hopeless situation warrior. We're a hopeless situation warrior. What's a few
It's
stabbings between hopeless situation warriors?
Enemy of enemy is my friend. Maybe.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Enemy of big is my friend.
Yeah, alright, so surrounding the pit are on all sides are these tall blocks of cut and polished onyx that where
It's an onyx slip and slide.
yeah, surrounding the pit are house-sized blocks of onyx with towering spikes threatening the sky. Atop these towers, curved mirrors focus a blinding amount of light inward towards the pit.
There's a reason for all that light.
Assuredly. Do you want to, investigate it scientifically with your
Sure. Yeah, I'd
ranged
love to.
instruments and your spyglass and your
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
your
all that.
mass spectrometer?
I'll see it with my advanced slug eyes and my keen knowledge for engineering.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'd like to know. I get like a lot of like how much heat. I guess as an estimate would be going directly into this pit from all of these mirrors.
The closer you get to the pit, you realize that these mirrors aren't directly reflecting the light of the sun. The closer you get, you start to see spots all along the entire length of the valley wall. As far as you can see, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of these spots. Given the distance, you imagine that these must be taller, that each of these spots must be taller than you are. And they are all focusing light from the entire valley into one of these like large mirrors on atop these spikes, which in turn focus that light in towards the pit.
My goodness.
So the amount of power that's being concentrated there is back of the napkin math, a fuckload.
Yeah.
An Archimedes laser. I think Mythbusters disproved that.
Well, there's also like, heat-based solar electricity.
We do
Works
this
the
isn't
same
like
way.
boring in. The pit isn't created by the light like boring into solid rock. That's not what's going on here.
No, but
I don't know if this much mud counts as sunglasses.
Just like
my sunglasses.
I think a more appropriate song is "Your Future's So Bright, You've Got to Wear Shades."
Yeah.
The golem advances towards the village.
Wait, I have some great foley work for this. It's Eevee growling in the background.
Well,
if you remember, it sounded more like a giant fucking mech.
yeah. Honestly, I just imagine his footsteps sounding like the clock from 24.
Well, it's stepping into like really deep mud, so
Okay,
kind
so
of
the clock
like
from 24 followed by squelch.
yeah.
Yeah. Ka-chomp, squelch. Ka-chomp, squelch. Ka-chomp, squelch. Well, that's bad for the village. As far as Hokuma's concerned, all these motherfuckers can die.
Everyone,
I regret helping.
roll wisdom checks.
Roll wisdom. Okay.
Yeah,
Not
roll
my
wisdom.
strong suit. Oh, definitely not
Pretty
great.
wise.
Not
in
quite a
fact,
failure.
low
Not quite a
wise.
crit fail.
There
Hey,
you go.
that's some wisdom. Hokuma's been seen a thing or two.
Yeah, sure.
Attack of the Dogs.
What you see in the distance, Hokuma, is a group of people emerging out of having followed the goal, and they emerge out of the center crack of the dam. Even from this distance, you can recognize the crimson red robes that they wear.
Yeah, it's the fucking... Are they ravens?
Nope.
Oh wait, the crimson red robes. Crimson red robes. Fuck. Who had those? The ravens were black. Red robes. Was that the cult?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh no. Well, I guess we better go first then. Seems like it's a race to the finish at this point. You know, maybe what's in the mouth of Yamalok is like super cool. Maybe we're all converging on this point because there's something really nice and special here, and it's all gonna be great. Or maybe it's like literally like mind-destroying horrors. But like,
Okay, let's go.
but like, let's just fucking bolt right in.
Endless
Like,
treasures away.
why be clever? I mean, like, I imagine as we get closer, the mirrored light is gonna be an issue.
I'm gonna hold the demon core above my head.
Why? You're gonna
Protection.
heat up the demon core.
It's fine.
What could go wrong?
It can take a lot of heat.
I actually have a mirror, and I
more
would
than my
totally
slug
use
skin.
that.
Yeah,
as,
the mirror
like-
would be nice too.
I have a mirror in my inventory. I'm totally gonna use that as like a visor.
Uh-huh.
You should use that as a weapon. Because these fucking cultist shits.
I suppose I could take the mirror and just flash them and be like, "Hey."
All right, so
looking
as
like
you get
shit.
as you get closer and closer to the pit, you approach the onyx blocks. They're at least 20 feet tall, and although the faces are smooth and uniform, their angles are somehow off-putting and make your mind feel uncomfortable with the act of gazing upon them. Black spires menacingly extend at haphazard angles from the blocks as if warding off the gods themselves, and the tallest of these spikes stabs a full 80 feet upwards, terminating with a precisely bold bronze mirror that, although stained with blue-gray muck, still reflects a truly blinding beam of light onto a raised platform in the center of the blocks.
Man,
The
we're so
spaces
dead.
between the blocks are maybe only 10-15 feet apart. It's hard to tell. The angles are such that it's doing a bit of weird perspective play.
And it's like Disney World.
Something like that.
Like Disney World, looking at it makes my eyes hurt.
Yeah.
So, and
Like
the
Disney
angles
World.
are off.
I'd go, but it's in Florida.
There's forced perspective going on here.
Yeah. So this center, so there's this raised platform that they're all pointed at.
Mm-hmm.
Can I like make anything out from like all the light that's shining from it?
Absolute. Well, roll for that.
Okay. Actually, maybe thinking of clever shit to do. Like, I assume that there's just like murky, dark, brackish water all around me.
Sure.
Because like I have some
Is this
empty
like an
flasks.
investigation? Can we both like take a look at what's going on?
Well,
Yeah,
what
I
are you
just assume,
looking
like-
for, or like what are you looking at? Just tell me that rather than like I want.
I'm just gonna look.
I want
I'm gonna
free
look,
info.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the center dais, and I'm gonna do it by like filling one of my flasks
Mhm.
with like dark water that's all around us to try to like create a essentially makeshift like light like filter for the light.
Sure, roll. I guess int. That
Are we
sounds like
that
int.
like? Is it that bright that we're talking about? Like, there's like.
Yes, it is an entire valley of light concentrated into a few hundred square feet.
Nah. I imagine all I've successfully done is put a flask of black of like mud in front of my face, and I'm like, I can't see shit.
Yeah, it's
No,
like
I was
welder's
like-
goggles. It is working like welder's goggles, but
I
it
was
is
about to
just
say,
so
like-
bright that you still cannot parse any details. All
Damn.
you
I would
see
like to take
instead
a-
is just the light.
I would like to take a bandage and kind of cut 2 slits in it. Well, no, I'm a worm, so this is weird. I don't think I can really make like makeshift sunglasses for my worm eyes. I just thought about this. I don't think eye stalks work that. I can't make sunglasses for eye stalks.
Yeah, you go to try to put one of the bandages up there, but then it pokes your eye and the whole stalk retracts into your head. And you're like, damn it! Ah.
Well, okay. Well, if I can retract my stalks, then that would work. I could make like some makeshift sunglasses out of the bandages.
You can retract your stalk. Levinson can
I
retract
retract
their
my
eye stalks
eye
the
stalks.
same way you can close your eyes, Billy.
Well, so I'm squinting. It's like squinting, right?
Sure.
Go
So
for
then
it.
I want to make some like makeshift sunglasses out of the bandages.
Well, you have different eyes than me. You could try my flask.
if I bring my eye stalks like way down, and I kind of make like little slits in the bandages, I should make kind of Eskimo glasses.
Oh, actually, I know what you can do, Billy. So you could reduce the amount of light that you're looking at by instead of just looking at it directly, you could look at a reflection of it. So you could take my mirror, reflect it through the dark lens to try to like reduce the amount of like light that's hitting it as possible.
Yeah.
That's, I think, not quite how optics work.
Fucking roll for it.
What am I rolling?
Intelligence for engineering. Like, absolutely.
Smart and strong.
Smart and strong.
Equally smart and strong?
It's fucking Renaissance man.
Well, now, hold up.
Yeah.
This is intelligence, right?
Yeah.
You're making something you're making a device to do something, right?
Yeah, I'm crafting a thing to help me look at this light. Or like,
You might say
I
you
wanna
are
see-
engineering
where
something,
yes, I am engineering something.
Roll with
which
advantage.
you would do with advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not better, but
That was good. Yeah. And I
there's a
wanna
5% chance of you critting there, so I was like, well, don't leave it on the table.
I want to see more like what is this light all pointing to? Like
The
that,
light,
that giant beam of light like going down in the pit. Like I want to see what's in the pit.
well, you see what I'll give you is that the light is pointing in towards this raised dais, and you can tell from looking at this and how the edges are sloped that this is actually some kind of raised berm surrounding something, and that it goes down on the berm comes up and it flattens, and then comes down on the inside. So it's
What's
like a
that word?
raised ring berm, BERM. Bravo, Echo, Romeo, Mike. It's a word for a,
I see.
yeah, a created long hill.
Like
Earth
yeah, like
fence.
a trail, or well, I bet like an artificial trail.
A trail?
Earth fence.
Yeah, it's an
I
earth
like that.
fence.
Earth
Yeah.
fence.
It's like it's smaller than a mound.
Well, it's
This
not
one's
rounded
tall.
like a mound.
Yeah.
This is like
big berm.
10 feet tall.
Or yeah, it's a mound with a purpose.
Yeah. So yeah,
Mounds
so
Is
there's
that on
like
the
this.
inside of the ring, or is that this on the?
So there's the
edge of ring?
stones. There's the large onyx stones with the spikes, and then some space, and then this berm is on the inside, and you're not sure what is inside of this berm, but you do know that it is circular, more or less.
Okay.
I want to hang the demon core like a disco ball.
It's like, okay.
I want the best. I want the greatest disco ball that's ever been seen.
Do you mean
Okay.
again? Like, are we trying to achieve nuclear fusion?
All right.
This is
Yeah. Okay. Like you're holding it above your head as you're moving forward now.
Wait. I think I can do this a little bit more subtly, like not just above my head, like
What do you mean subtly?
by a rope or something.
How is a disco ball subtle?
What are you gonna hang it from?
I don't know.
You can't hang a rope upwards.
Just like Spider-Man 2000, like the Spider-Man video game. You just web the sky.
Yeah, you've webbed the skybox.
Yeah, I'm gonna web the skybox and the demon core on the other side, and let it shine through like the greatest disco ball ever.
I mean, you can hold it up. That's fine.
Yeah.
That is physically fine.
All right, I'll hold it up.
Okay. Hokuma's not going to stop you, but like
We're going for it.
this is a bad idea. Anyway, okay.
Unlimited power.
So we know where we're headed. We're headed, I think, because going like so. This berm, it's circular. So if we enter it, assumedly, like the light will like be less intense. So we could like. I'm trying to think like how to get there safely. And like,
Golem has reached the village.
oh, how's the village doing?
Worse now.
Okay, maybe we
How
save
flat
the demon core
is
for
this
when
village?
The golem gets to us.
Ice like smashing through the village. You remember the houses from Pull the Golem?
Boy, do I! How could I forget? All right, so yeah,
that's what the
more
river
people are
Styx is
getting
for.
more people are getting thrown through houses. It's just like fucking like, oh god.
Yeah, at this point, the few of the Reed villagers who are still in the village are basically running for their lives at this point.
Yeah,
Probably wise.
yeah. We're basically running for our lives to our deaths. So
You're kind of sauntering,
yeah,
which is why this golem is making
catching up.
headway.
Yeah. All right. So I think what we got to do here,
As are these
is-
cultists.
yeah. I think we just gotta like. I'm trying to think like I don't have like cloth to just like. I think we like I'm like, all right, we gotta like.
You've got a shirt.
I mean, yes. I'm just thinking like I think like how do we like survive running through this intense light? And I think the plan here, Doc Levinson, is that we just fucking cover ourselves in the wet mud. We just need to create some barrier between the light and us as we get there.
Okay.
Because, like, I feel like you know, I mean, I don't know, like, if the light's so bright that it'll burn us, but, like, if it's so bright that we just can't see it from this distance, like, we can't safely look at it.
I feel like slug skin is not great against the sun.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Okuma certainly burns easy.
But if I get super wet, like dive in some water, dive through.
Yeah, just get ourselves wet and opaque. And
the golem is
wet.
almost made its way through the village at this point.
All right, we're getting wet. We're getting wet and going in.
Yeah, let's just run in. Let's let's fucking sprint to that fucking berm.
Let's go for it.
All right. Passing between the black onyx blocks, your sense of unease continues to deepen, and an old base part of your brain tells you to turn from this place and never return. The valley walls surrounding you blaze with light being focused and collected on this construction. The raised platform before you is gently sloped, and as you race up the side, though slick with algae, you have little physical difficulty walking or sprinting up the side. When your eyes are high enough to see over the crest, you can see the berm slopes down inward again towards a square pit. A ramp spirals around the inside of the pit, forming an inverted ziggurat. It is extremely dry, baking under the focused light of the entire valley. It is bright, burning, and shadowless. Whoever built this place wanted it drowned in light.
Yeah.
The pathway around the berm around the inside of the pit is it's a spiraling path downwards and inwards. And at each the pathway is no less than 20 feet wide at all times. So this is a very large, very wide pit because there are at least a dozen laps around the inside there.
Well, Hokuma didn't get this far in her life by listening to the voice in her head that tells her to fear darkness and fear greatness. Although also she's like at 1 hit point, so like, oh well.
We need to get the fuck down here.
Yeah, down at the bottom, since it's a cone coming inwards, basically, there is a large. Where's the? At the deepest part of the pit, lodged at a 45-degree angle in the stone, is a mouth of rusted iron. It has 2 jaws that have opened, and there are interlocking teeth which have been when it closes they interlock, and they are now open.
Okay, my first thought is this is a giant bear trap, but can I use my engineering to?
I mean,
it's not like a bear trap where it's just 2 bands. These are like doors, sort of like they're plates that have been opened.
Okay.
But it is otherwise similar to a bear trap.
All right, I got a shovel. I'll just stick it through the entryway.
It's a door.
Yeah, it doesn't close or anything like that?
No.
All right. I think we just keep going in.
Go on through.
You just, I suppose, gingerly step around it.
Is it all right? I want to use my engineering to find out if there's a way that I can trigger it.
Yeah, roll.
Can I roll with initiative?
You mean advantage?
Advantage.
You got the initiative.
With initiative. 9.
Yeah. Yeah. You look at this door and it's just like perfectly balanced, and it actually takes very little motion to move these doors, and when you move one of them, the other one moves an equal amount as well, even if you're not pushing on it. And you can see that even though they are about a foot in thickness of solid iron, that it is taking very little, because it takes so little force to move these things. You have to assume, or like you can only assume, that the mechanisms, the counterweight mechanisms, are so perfectly balanced that makes all of this possible.
That's awesome.
And did any of the Reed folk or Carl folk follow us?
Oh yeah, sorry, I thought I said that. Carl has brought with him 10 of his best Capex, and another 10 of the Reed folk have decided that they will follow you into the mouth of Yamalok.
Yeah.
Okay, once we have everybody that's following us in, I'd like to shut the gates and grind the gears to a halt, but keep it balanced.
You're gonna entomb us in here?
Only from our side, hopefully, if I can do this correctly. Only for I want to only be able to open this back up from our side. Only if we choose to open it back up.
Go for it.
All right.
I'll light a lantern while you're doing. I'll take the while I still have light.
Yeah, it's gonna get dark.
Yeah.
All right. Roll engineering for me there.
That was almost a 19.
Well,
it was almost an 18 and a 19.
That's my last pint of lantern oil.
All right, Billy. Here's your choice. You can either destroy the mechanism, close the doors and destroy the mechanism, or you can not. You can either do both, destroy or close the doors, and
can I
break the mechanism, or you can or you can do neither.
Can I close them partially and break the mechanism?
Not with a 1.
Close it and break it. Fuck it. Let's go. I'll fix it on my way back through. If it gets to that.
Roll charisma.
Yeah, do that. How convinced is fucking anyone of this wisdom?
Do I get anything for my trade house?
Oh, wow.
Absolutely not.
But I have trade house appreciation.
Nope. The Carl is just going to, as soon as you slam these doors shut and just break something, you're not even sure what it is that you broke. You just broke it, and you know that this is going to prevent these doors from being opened again. And Carl, before while Hokuma is fiddling with her getting her lantern lit, you hear everyone around you just they are chattering. They are very they're basically oh fuck, you just entombed us all. And when Hokuma lights her lantern up, Carl is standing right in front of her. So the first thing that everyone sees is the darkness recede away from this brilliant red creature. And he says, In truth, we all knew this was a one-way trip. We knew that we would never return from the mouth of Yamalok, but there is much that we can do to prevent anyone else from, or to save everyone else from whatever horrors lurk down here.
Well said, Carl. You know, Doc Levinson, now that we're stuck here together, and concepts of class and birth no longer matter in this place, I would just like to tell you that it was my hope that I would always die with the rest of Slug civilization at my feet, not stuck in a fucking hole with one. So thank you.
I'm not your average slug.
You know, I'll give you that. You are exceptional, Doc Levinson.
I seek alternative profits.
I don't know what profit awaits us here, but let's
There's
go.
gotta be something somewhere. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Hokuba got her lantern.
Another thing that you notice is that
Also, I think I left my tea set at the village, so I'm just gonna nix that from my inventory because I think it's in fucking pieces now.
I'll actually we'll say that one of the piratized chieftains is actually with you as well.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Just because they're cool. All right.
They are very cool.
Where are we at? Okay, so in front of you, there are gray limestone stairs that are leading downward as they continue in this spiral. So, like, the spiral came inward in the outside of the pit, and now, and then there was the mouth, and now the staircase just leads straight downward from there. Past many turns, the stone of the steps shifts slowly from the gray limestone to white calcite, stained in places with variegated bleeds, and then finally it changes to steel. And at first, the steel is sort of like branched in. It's just these fingers, and as you continue to descend, the fingers blur together into these web shapes, and eventually the calcite, it's the steel webs over the calcite walls, and eventually the calcite moves away from the wall or from the steel, but the steel webs stay in this tube perfectly around or constricting the stairways.
Fuck.
So it's sort of like an Archimedes screw. That makes sense?
Yeah. And like...
Except instead of like a solid tube, it's like this web pattern cage sort of thing. And the light, as you keep descending, your light is not reflecting off of anything that you can make sense of on the walls. Like, you don't see any walls. Until you get
Gavin.
What?
I just looked up what an Archimedes screw is. You want to know what I have that's an Archimedes screw?
Yeah, I know. Okay, sure. Yeah. You actually have.
It's an Archimedes screw.
It's an Archimedes screw, governor. Honest.
Don't arrest me, sir. It's an Archimedes screw.
It's not paraphernalia. It's engineering.
It's engineering, governor. All right.
Last one, aka Archimedes screw.
An important hydraulic machine. Anyway, so yeah. So
all
like
right,
the
so
walls...
you continue down this spiral staircase until you do see something down. You see walls again. The walls come back in around you. What you see is a room that is shaped much like the inverted stepped pyramid of the pit above. You can see that there's the floor level, then a second level, a third level, and a fourth level.
Wait, so we're coming out on this is a pyramid or an inverted pyramid?
An inverted pyramid. So the more it goes down, the tighter it gets.
Yeah, and we're coming out at kind of the tippy top of this
Nope,
inverted pyramid.
you are coming down at
Like the
the
walls
base
are
of
coming
it.
down in.
Yep.
Like
And
an
you are
invert,
in the center there.
yeah, and we're sort
Yeah.
of Man,
So how do
this is Hokum has seen some shit in her life, but like
this opens up real big real quick then.
Yes. This room is like a slice taken from an upturned ziggurat. There are three 3-meter high steps on each side of the room. On each level of the room, surrounding the central column of of the staircase, like an audience, is a row of naked human calcite statues. 3 statues on each side of the ground level, 4 statues on each side of the second level, and 5 statues on each side of the third level up. And the fourth level at the top is bare walls. From this...
You said there's... Wait, alright. So it was 2... I should have been writing this down. How many... Right,
okay,
2...
quick side aside here. I have no visuals for any of this.
Okay.
I
you said it was how
or rather,
many
I
naked
have
people...
visuals, but I cannot show you these without just being like, there's literally everything. Yeah, exactly.
Alright,
so if you want to map
I'm gonna MS Paint.
any
I'm
of
gonna
this,
MS Paint this shit.
that is entirely up to y'all.
So
it is easy enough for me to keep track of where you guys is.
Where you guys is.
But I don't have a easily shareable sort of version of that.
I have a notebook with me. A fresh one, even. Where's my fucking pencil? Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna start mapping at first.
Wait, I think I already have. I think I have something here. I think I have a visual. Can I share it? How do I share this?
I don't know. Post it in Discord.
That top level, the descending earth structure that we went down before you reached the staircase.
Mm-hmm.
That was that was still a spiral, yeah?
Yeah, it was a inverted spiral ziggurat. So imagine like a Mayan pyramid flipped upside down, and instead of it being level, it was like a spiral.
Okay, I put it on Discord.
Yeah.
Kinda like that.
Except each... the only difference there, Billy, is that instead of smoothly descending sides, it's stepped sides.
Okay. I couldn't easily do that in MS Paint.
That's fine. I just wanted to make that... like, what you have is good enough.
There's folks on each level of this.
Yes, on the floor level, the ground floor level, there are 3 statues on each side. It's a square, so there's 3 to the north, 3 to the east, south, and west.
So is this like a giant auger? Can I tell if this whole shit can move?
Yeah, roll with engineering.
Okay. Attributes. A 9.
What did you roll? Sorry.
A 9.
9.
Yeah. Out of
No,
15.
it does not appear that it moves.
Okay.
You don't see any sort of, like, in the center of the spiral staircase, it's actually open. So there isn't like a central axle around which this would augur. So
A PTO of sorts.
yeah.
Well, not the PTO, but yeah, I guess it would kind of be. I guess the PTO. There is also a PTO on the auger itself.
Yeah. So you don't think that this would, if it does rotate, would not make an effective auger.
Okay. So I guess we continue down.
So the cage does have an opening, sort of like just, it doesn't quite end, but it has spaces that you can move out of off of the staircase onto this ground floor. It does, however, continue further down, and there is also a hole leading to the south. There is a doorway leading to the south on the first floor.
I don't really like the look of those statues.
Sure. General.
I think we should probably continue on.
We'll leave a general description of the area here, and everything at this point is in complete, deep, absolute darkness outside of the light currently from Hokuma's. Hokuma's got the only lantern.
Mm-hmm.
The walls are white like pearl or milk. The ceiling, floor, and walls are cut from a single piece of stone. This does not appear to have been like built brick by brick. It seems to have been carved from a single piece of stone. It has a faint sort of luminescence, not luminescence to it, but like reflectiveness to it. And the floor is dark and roughened by the passage of muddy feet.
Mm.
Yeah, so, yeah, and we're just going down and down and down and down. Like, just straight fucking down.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to find a place that we can, like, regroup. Good luck. I guess.
I mean, like, I think we got all the group we're gonna get, and, like, so, like, yeah, we're going down into just total fucking darkness, and, like,
we have one lantern.
And, like,
left.
the pyramid inverts down, and then we reach its bottom.
Do any of the reed folk
You reach its bottom, and then there's the doorway, and then the staircase descends downward. You are not sure how far down the staircase descended.
Damn.
But at the base of this ziggurat that we're at, can we
Okay, so there is a
relax,
motif.
or,
There is a structural motif here, but the pyramid or the inverted ziggurat room that you are in currently, there is no way that this lines up with being the bottom of the pit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is far below that. So it's just like this recurring architectural motif. They're not like directly in line. This is not the bottom of the pit. This is deep below the bottom of the pit. You came to the point of the pit, which is where the door was, and then you went through that, went straight down, well, spiraled straight downward, and now you've reached this room again, or this next
And
room.
once again, there is a door and another staircase.
The staircase continues. It's the same staircase. It just lets
Okay.
off on this floor, but also continues straight downwards, down to like, it continues downwards.
Okay.
And then on this floor, there's the stepped pyramid walls, but there is also a doorway that leads south from this room.
Okay.
I say we
That's
keep
worth.
going
That's
south.
worth. We could go take a look-sees. We could at least peek
Why?
through that doorway.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe there's like a fucking, I don't know, anti-material rifle behind it. Like,
Just get an AR. Just like, fuck you, golf. Go.
I mean, I think by the end of this pit, the golem will be the least of our fucking worries. One way or another.
I'd almost rather just keep going.
Really?
I think I'd rather just keep going down.
I mean, okay. Yeah, we could just keep going.
So you want to continue going straight downward?
Yep.
All right. You come down. The staircase ends at a long west-facing hallway.
Give me a sense of scale for how
How
far
do I
down
know
we-
what west is after going spiraling down a fucking whole spiraling staircase?
It's actually
How do I
slightly
even-
westish, but like we're
How
mistaken.
do I even fucking know what west is at this point?
Okay. Do you want me to use left, right? The staircase ends, and before
have-
you is a hallway. You want to go hard mode, Billy? We'll go super fucking hard mode. It is now before you.
My instant reaction wouldn't be like, "This is west."
I'm trying to help y'all,
I would be
Orient
so-
ourselves.
and you know
yeah.
what? You're like, how the fuck would I know that?
You'd be so-
I'm like, here's a bone, and you're like, where the fuck did this bone come from?
Fucking
Just imagine me
garbage.
going down a fucking corkscrew, fucking spiral staircase.
All right, before you is a
meters
hallway.
and meters, and being like, "Oh, this is west."
There is a
If it's the only
there's a
way,
hallway
it's the only
before
way.
you. What do you do?
Start going down the hallway.
I think I'm gonna quickly
This is the bottom of the ziggurat as we know it. currently.
before we go in this hallway.
Oh yeah, let me completely. I need to change the scene here.
Can we take a rest in this hallway? This is what I've wanted the whole time. Can we all take a fucking breather in this hallway?
You want to sleep here?
If we can, if it's like...
You want to sleep for 8 hours in the fucking mouth? Yes, let's just lie down and die right
Wait,
here.
I have the glowy rocks.
The glowy rocks.
Yeah, I've got the glowy rocks. The
The wafers?
wafers. I've got 9 of these motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to
No.
like skip the flint of my flint and steel across
So
the ground.
put your lantern out, and we'll light a few of these.
Why am
or,
I
like-
putting my lantern out?
No, put it out. I don't know.
Billy,
may as
what
well
are you
use it.
talking about?
You may as well use it to its limits because
Yeah,
once you put it
I'm
out, it
smoking
is
them
gone.
I'm smoking them while I got them.
So can we put a couple glowy wafers in some clear vials?
All right, I have a sling and ammo. Okay.
Sure. You drop a wafer in a vial of water, and it does nothing.
Fuck.
Well,
that goes against science as we know it.
so I have a
Well,
sling and ammo. And
if you want to
I'm gonna-
know what's going on there, you can always roll engineering to investigate it.
I'd love to.
No, roll.
An 11.
Shit. The server is timing out for me right now. 11 out of what? It's 15,
15.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you remember that these are holy wafers of the Watchmen. But Dr. Levinson is not a seer, is not a watcher.
But
we are also in like probably the single most unholy place on this fucking island.
I'm also pretty sure at some point I studied these wafers to figure out their alchemical
Winslow
properties.
did.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Winslow and not? See, this is the problem with having multiple characters. I don't know which one actually discovered shit. Winslow definitely discovered them, but
Winslow
Yeah.
didn't discover them.
Well, he
Winslow
fa-
was
he
there
found them
when they
himself.
were found.
yeah,
Was
And
hanging
got
out
them
with
to
a
work
watcher.
correctly.
Yep. Who are y'all hanging out with at the time?
Watcher Tim. Good
But
old
Watcher
Tim.
Tim was still alive when Slurms came in.
Mm-hmm. But Slurms never used any of the never used any of them at that while it was present.
Wait, so this is an engineering check to realize that I don't know what this is made of?
Yeah.
You're like, wait.
That's a lot of science, Billy, when you find out, you know what? It wasn't what I thought it was.
But I knew that it glowed in water.
Right, and what I'm telling you now is that you also remember that these are holy wafers.
magic.
We need some magic, I guess.
You need
I'm
a
all
specific
out.
type of magic,
Yeah.
which Hokuma does not possess.
Pokemon possesses practically the opposite of that type of magic.
Literally the opposite?
Yeah, literally part of an opposing philosophy.
So do I just like rub it really hard like a genie's lantern? Yeah. What?
Well, while my slug, I'm gonna say friend,
Collaborator.
yeah, while my collaborator is without direction over there, I'm gonna take some of my sling ammo and just like sling it down the hallway and like see if anything happens. But like, you know, just like that, the classic toss some shit in the room to see if anything reacts before you go in the room.
Okay. Yeah, there is a... How many read people did I said 10, right?
10.
10 of both, I think.
3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
We got a fucking crew.
Gang, gang.
Yeah.
How do we heal Hokuma? I don't know of any way
Nap time.
in this game other than nap time. That's why I'm trying to find a
Bacterial
place for nap
water.
time.
Magic bacterial water.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the people who are making the magic bacterial water got golemed.
Well,
Well, 10 of them are with us, but like,
six, seven, eight, nine, 10.
Hell yeah. Squad goals.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say that y'all should feel free to use this squad as you need to.
yeah. Seems sensible.
You know, you may have to XCOM some shit.
No, Carl was my best unit. Fuck.
Emotional damage. He had 100%.
Carl's not at 100%.
I don't think anyone's feeling 100%.
Nope, literally.
Carl's having the worst time of his life.
Yeah, you just got
Sacred-
entombed with 2 assholes.
Yeah, and the sacred water's gone.
Oh, so my favorite part. Did you listen to the latest Adventures in Gobin? Just a quick aside.
No?
You haven't listened to it yet?
Nope.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, so let's see. You said you wanted to skip stone into the next room?
Yeah.
Yeah, roll. Lean with it, roll with it. Yeah, roll an attack
Wisdom?
for that.
Oh, an attack. Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck you, room. Bang.
Yeah, you sling a stone or a bullet down in there and it clacks around a little bit, but doesn't really, you don't hear anything change. Nothing changes in the tone, the sort of silence that you are in. Really, all you can hear right now is the breathing of 20 individuals. 24, well, 23.
Yeah. So we're all like, oh boy. All right. Hey, Aktun Ben Kua. You want to take the lead here?
Right.
Yeah, the prioritized chief, he just he like has his sword and just like readies his sword and walks forward.
Nice. What a fucking badass.
I mean, he's was
already
raised
dead.
from death and is like, he was raised from death to go invade hell.
Yeah, well, here he is. The fucking Doomslayer over here.
Yeah, you hear this faint music that you've never heard before, just out of nowhere.
Or actually just like
I mean, you better fucking hope that demons don't just start popping up out of nowhere.
but-
Anyways,
yeah.
he walks in, like, turns around.
Mhm.
Wait. He walks off into the darkness.
Yeah. I guess we'll follow him.
Yeah,
Yep.
sorry. I was going to say that you could see what is going on in there, but there isn't, no one left the light on in this room.
Yeah. All we've got is this lantern.
All you've got is this lantern that barely lets you see beyond the crowd of hirelings you have.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Okay, you enter into this room, and the walls are smooth polished and reflective to the point of them being mirrored. That is, the entire room here is mirror polished.
Wow. And like we're just walking through the darkness in this mirrored room. Imagine this is real trippy looking.
Yup. You've got, considering that, like, it's mirrored all the way around.
Yeah. It's like a fucking
It's like an endless,
kaleidoscope.
sort of. But more importantly, there's infinite reflections of everyone who is standing in there. Sort of like that scene in The Last Jedi, where it's just like.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
if you ever
actually
looked
see-
if you ever looked in an infinity mirror.
Oh yeah, I mean, actually I'm thinking specifically of I've been in a person-sized kaleidoscope.
Yeah.
I grew up near one as a kid, and it was one of my favorite places to go to. And like, it was buck wild. It was buck wild every time. It's still buck wild. I'm like, whoa.
And that's what you see, except it is also a mass of people covered in, like, muddy people covered in reeds and hip height white little newt people.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would actually take up like way less space, because like half these dudes are like half dudes.
Yeah. Almost like a half of a ling.
Nah,
Nah, that's ridiculous.
no, they're half dudes.
Yeah, half dudes. Half dude, half dude. All dude.
All right. There is
Like
a
French
door
girl posing over here.
There is a
Anyway.
doorway on the opposite wall.
So yeah, we just go all the way through this hallway, and then there's a doorway.
Mm-hmm.
Have we caught up with a Pyrite King?
Yeah, he was like standing in there.
Okay, he was just like, "Damn, these mirrors are sick."
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's
both of y'all roll 1d20.
1d20.
It's not a skill or anything. It's just a percentile.
Yeah. Six.
14.
Okay.
Are we rolling under?
It's not over or under anything.
What out of these 20
Agree.
things makes your spine shiver?
It's your spine.
Uh-oh. Yeah, nailed to the wall is Hokuma's spine.
Wait,
Hokuma
but if
falls
my
on-
spine's on the wall,
collapses like a fucking slinky.
Oh no, actually it'd be worse if your spine was just gone. It would just go.
Yeah. Like,
Well,
yeah,
your
everything.
shoulder and head
Yeah.
would compress down on your abdomen.
Yeah, you just sort of like a bag of flour, just like. Yeah.
No, the other way though, because your rib cage would probably make you
Oh yeah. Oh.
flop the opposite
Oh yeah.
way.
Mm.
So you'd be kind of like
Well, your
invert-
rib cage wouldn't still be a cage anymore
I'm
because
actually
that's held
realizing-
into your fucking spine.
Yeah,
Well,
but
yeah,
it's a
without your
wrist-
spine,
wrist
you're just
point.
one of those weird squishy toys. That's like a tube full of water and plastic that like slips out of your hand.
That's how we all start in this
Yeah.
world.
Yeah, one of those
The
things.
Slippery tube.
All right. They're looking through the doorway. You see a platform that turns to the right. Sorry, turns to the left, and there is only, other than that, the floor. Other than that, it is pure darkness.
We've got a door to the right.
No, there's a door across from the one that
Oh.
you entered in.
Okay.
There's only one other door. There's 2 doors into this mirrored cell.
Yeah, but like, yeah, we have like one wall we can see with a door, but then
Mhm.
like, if this was like, as though if this were a square room, the other 2 walls are just like out in darkness. Like there are no walls to the left and right.
Yeah. There's nothing that you can see. It's just darkness to the straight ahead and to the right.
Wow.
The platform continues to the left of the door.
Okay. So yeah, so the floor goes away on the right, and there's just darkness.
There's just darkness.
That's real spooky. And then
It feels like that we're being led this way, but I don't know if we have a choice.
I mean, we could see what's on the other side of the platform.
You can see what's on the other side of the platform.
What are you afraid of?
The dark.
Wow.
I have a fear of the
I have
dark.
bad news for you. Again, who stuck us in here?
Fear of the
This
dark.
dark is all that's
Fear
left of
the
your life.
dark.
Well. Okay, I mean, Pokemon's not going out into the darkness alone.
I'm not going out in the darkness alone.
Well, there you
Yeah.
go. Sounds like you're going out into the darkness together.
Yeah. Us and our 20 dudes can
Holding
go out
hands
into the darkness.
Like Velma and Louise. Will
Yeah, I feel
rise
much better going into the
into
darkness.
abyss. Holding hands.
You just
We'll just
turn and look towards Hokuma, and it's just
Just
like there's
leap
only
off.
one thing left to do.
just leap off into the darkness.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for watching the surprise twist ending of Collaborators Without Direction.
yeah.
They found their direction. It was down.
Into the infinite darkness.
All right, so you step out onto this platform, and you're immediately able to realize that the platform curves to the left because it is a stairway leading downward. However, as you look forward, as you look straight ahead and to the right, you can see that there are not walls there. You look, as you're looking at it, you realize that you must be on the outside of some wall. You think that you are on the outside of, like, looking into a cavern. Yeah, then as you are standing there trying to see anything, there's no sound, but the soft movement of air around you. It's like the lightest of breezes.
Huh.
Beyond that, there's a very faint, like the more you listen, you start to hear this faint white noise, like something huge shifting impossibly far away. And beyond that, there's blackness everywhere.
I mean, we could go see what's making that noise.
Mm,
Nah.
no.
No?
No.
The noise doesn't seem to be like, you can't really tell any sort of directionality to it. It just seems to be like this omnipresent sort of background noise.
Hokuma has a death wish.
Okay.
Okay, mister, I'll just lock us in.
Yeah. I think
Get us out.
Okuma's accepted the truth at this point.
I locked us in. I'll get us out. It's okay. But
Okuma's
I don't
like,
think
I'm
going-
already dead. I'm
I don't think
already
going
dead.
into the darkness is like the answer.
If it turns out that Hokuma's the last survivor of all of this miraculously, like, yippee fucking kaye.
All right. Yeah. If you want to, continue to look around a little more, you can investigate this area. You can move onwards. You can move backwards.
I want to say
can-
to one of Carl's men, one of the K-Pax, what do you suppose is beyond back there?
Just to one of the random Capex?
Yeah.
What do you mean
What do
back
you
there?
suppose? What do you suppose is in there?
Back where?
In the darkness, in the cavern.
He's the little Capex is gonna take like a small shiv that it's got and just like throw it over the edge. And like as soon as it goes out of the light, like they just stand there, and after like 2 seconds, like, no idea.
Does it make a single sound?
It didn't make a sound.
Does it hit anything on its way down?
Well, okay, so you continue to listen. Like the Capex just waits like 2 seconds and is like nothing. It's nothing. And then but you continue to listen, and you see Carl is listening, and a couple of the Reed people are trying to listen, but none of you hear anything.
Well,
shit.
Yeah.
Sounds like we have a ways to go.
Sounds like we have another kilometer down to go. Which, damn. That's all right.
Let's get hoofing it.
Yeah.
As you're standing there, you do think that there is one way to see how far down it really is. The problem with throwing a shiv over the side is that you can only see the shiv while it is in the sphere of light, and beyond that you're listening for it. However, if you were to drop the light, you would be able to see how far it really went.
It's true.
No.
We could do that.
No.
But
it's a morbid idea.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
No, we absolutely need to be keeping our light, please. You have the only light available to us. Otherwise, we are in darkness.
Yeah.
Complete darkness.
Yeah, I have nothing that really meets the description of something that would stay lit as I dropped it down. Like, I have a scroll and a case that I could burn and drop down there, but I think they would burn out far before they reach the bottom.
Yeah, the other thing about dropping a torch is that you're basically putting it in a wind tunnel.
Yeah. So like, yeah, the lantern's the only thing that I could drop, and yeah, that's not happening.
Oh, Goban just entered the red light district.
All right, let's and this door. Let's take
Onward
a peek in
and
there.
downward, gents.
I'm sorry, what?
The doorway, because the platform. So the platform continues from the. So when we entered from that hallway, we went left.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm mapping.
Yeah, there's a
we've
stairway.
entered
There is a
we've entered
stairway that
huge-
leads downwards to the left,
Okay.
and
So we're now past the ziggurats, but we are in this huge, enormous cavern.
Mm-hmm.
Presumably, since we could not hear the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go down the stairs,
Yep.
Doc
the only-
Levinson,
Yeah.
or do you want to go in the door?
Well, the door goes back the way you came.
I meant the door on the opposite side of the hallway.
That is
there
where you
not
came from.
Doors in this room?
There are two doors in this room. One you entered from.
Yeah.
So it
Oh,
goes
One
stairway.
leads to the stairway.
Yeah, it goes
Okay,
stairway. You came down on the main staircase, the entryway.
Yeah.
The entry staircase, hallway, mirror room, staircase.
Okay. Now I understand
As
what.
I see it, we only have one way to go.
Yeah, let's go down. Is it another spiral staircase?
It is. It's not like a spiral staircase, but it does curve in a spiral. It is, in a sense, a spiral staircase, but it's only like one arc of it. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah.
So you can tell that this isn't a straight stairway. There is a gentle circular curve to it
I'm gonna need another sheet of paper.
as it goes downwards. Oh, if you're on one sheet of paper at this point, you better grab a ream.
Yeah, I'm like, so I've been like doing things in relative scale
Oh, shit.
for how far down we're going.
Oh, I just thought of a wonderful idea. Oh, if you were doing a big like mega dungeon sort of game where the players have to like keep track of mapping things out, you have them map out on a piece of paper with a pencil, or rather whatever writing implement they buy, whether it's a pencil or if you've got like an inkwell and a pen, that's what you are mapping with. You map in ink. And then if you need to like, every time they're like, oh, I need a new sheet of paper, you use that inventory item. Like that would be a really, yeah, that would be like a really fun sort of like diegetic way to like use that inventory, you know?
Especially
Like-
Hokuma, like with the scroll now, just being like, fuck, this goes really far down.
It sure does. So, as you are descending these stairs, you notice that the lanterns make the shadow of the stairs form strange ripples on the white sides of the rock. It's very, like, sharp black and white ripples.
Yeah.
Oh, we've entered the marble section.
But it's not the white. The walls are still the same white calcite, and it's as you move the lantern that you get this rippling effect.
Ghosts.
Well,
I mean, I
it's
think
not
it's just
ghosts.
shadows from the staircase.
It's just like very well engineered. It's specifically, you can tell that it is specifically engineered to create this sort of off-putting effect.
Yeah. So as we're going down,
Like, this is art.
Yeah.
This is someone's weird, twisted sense of art.
so as we go down this sort of arcing staircase,
Mhm.
we're going further and further down.
You are going downward, and eventually you reach a doorway that goes left.
Okay.
They're cheering for you having reached this doorway.
Let's open the doorway.
The door. There is no door there. It is just an open
A
archway.
doorway.
Yeah, it is a doorway.
Let's
There
go.
is not a door. There is a
All right.
short. There is a short hallway, and then
I'm gonna kind of wait behind and see if one of them go through first. But I'll get through like second or third. I don't want to be the first one to go through.
I don't know.
I'll give the appearance of authority, but not.
Hokuma and the
lead from the back,
yeah.
or rather, lead from the center.
Well, obviously, I'm gonna let the two leaders go first. They want to appear strong, so I'll follow behind them.
You're a real bastard.
Hokuma's no slouch. She'll go with Carl. Hokuma's also like just spent like the last moments of her life explaining how we're all specs and nothing fucking means anything.
Pokemon's like bleeding out.
And dragging a dead body.
Yeah,
Ready to,
Hokuma's like
keel over.
clearly like has nothing to lose at this point.
The pyretized chieftain like puts his hand. You go to walk forward, and he like blocks you with his arm. Is just like he doesn't have any vocal cords.
Yeah.
Or he does. They're covered in crystals.
So he walks ahead of me.
Yeah, he walks ahead of you, and Carl sends 2 Capex as well. Oh, right. I totally forgot. The Capex are glowing.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, that made the mirror room way trippier.
Oh, no. Whatever y'all do not throw one of the Capex over the side.
Well, now that you say it,
No.
I mean, we totally could.
Doc Levinson, no.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Yeah, so they're all glowing like this faint purplish color.
How much rope do we have between all of us?
Not nearly enough.
I think 50 feet,
Yeah.
Oh shit.
because that's what the dock has.
Yeah. Hokuma's not carrying rope. Hokuma's
Yeah,
got a-
Capex, you know, very ropey people. Oh, it looks like no rope.
between the
Is
two of
Hokuma
us.
carrying rope?
No.
Oh, so you've got 0 feet of rope.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna get Savraj to play. He's got like two 50 feet things of rope.
Yeah, I know. Like,
That still would not be nearly enough.
I made a horrible mistake being like, I can trust my party to have some adventuring equipment with them that I can like bum off them. No,
Yeah,
I
right.
can't.
When you're the last one to join our group. We're all down to our dregs by this point.
Oh, Hokuma's inventory is thin right now. Like, Hokuma's got in her gear a lantern. She's currently burning the last of its oil. A flint and steel, a mirror, a shovel, 2 days of rations, a map case or a scroll case, a scroll, and Tiferet. And she's got an axe, a spear, and a sling, and that's it. That is it. That is the entirety of what she's carrying on her, and her cloth armor, and her her cloth armor and her shield. That is the sum total of Hokuma's belongings right now.
Okay. Yeah, you are walking. Like the 2 Capex are leading, so like they've got the light in front of them, and Acton Benkawa is sort of like looming over them with sword ready. And Billy got up. I don't know if he's if he can
Billy.
hear me. I don't want to describe this room.
Yeah. This is hype. I mean, I'm a huge fan of massive mega structures and endless descents.
Mm-hmm.
The moment you're like, this architecture is out of scale with human bodies, I'm like, fuck yes.
And it's going downwards. I thought we were playing Dungeons and Dragons, not Naissance.
Yeah. Yeah, this is some Naissance shit. Like, the walls are so far away, you just can't see them.
Yup. I mean, if you had a brighter lantern, perhaps.
Yeah. Watcher 10 did not just fucking explode. Along with the rest of our hirelings. God, what a bloodbath this campaign has been.
Yup.
More people have died in this campaign, I think. At this point, I think we're at a Titus Andronicus level of dead bodies. In terms of named characters, dead named characters.
Let's see. You've got Echo. Well, no, not Echo. You've got Echo, Moti, Talila, Watcher Tem, Zoidberg, Labib, Atomic Tom, Kaleo, Tamdune, Tiferet, Winslow.
All the people who were in the village who we failed to save.
Oh yeah, I think those people had very little.
Yeah. Okay, so we're at like one Romeo and Juliet at this point.
One Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet, there aren't that many. There aren't that many deaths.
9 deaths in Romeo and Juliet.
There's 9.
I believe it's 6. I think it's 6 deaths in Romeo and Juliet because it's
Romeo,
Juliet,
Mercutio, Tybalt, and Mercutio. Does Tybalt die? Yes,
yeah.
Because Romeo kills Tybalt.
Yeah, boy, does he.
Who are the other two?
There are some like less important people who die. Fuck.
Anyways, Billy's back. I was waiting for you to come back so that I could describe this room only 5 times instead of 5 times to Maggie and then 5 times to Billy. All right, so it opens into a rather large room here. There is a huge wheel in the center of this room, oriented vertically. The wheel is vertical with a horizontal axle. Trying to be as descriptive as possible.
Mm-hmm.
10 large metal chests are stacked against the wall to your left. The wheel itself has two chains hanging off of the front that's towards you and the other side that is away from you. And there's like these chains that are coming off of it. And each of these chains descends into a hole in the floor beneath it. There is likewise another hole in the floor just inside the doorway. Sort of like a manhole with a ladder in it.
Mm. Okay. And is there like another entrance or exit in this room, or just like
Well, there
wheel,
are,
these chests, these chains, the manhole, I guess.
yeah, there's the manhole and the two holes where the chains from the wheel are coming from. You're not sure what is at the other end of these chains, and you're not sure where those holes lead, other than down.
And the chains on the wheel, are they sort of like draped across the wheel like a big like sprocket, or like
Yeah, it's like this chain that comes up out of one hole, goes over the top of the wheel, and then down the other side.
okay.
Can I see what are in the chests?
Um,
Open a chest.
yeah, you can walk up and look at the chest there. The north wall on the left side holds, there are 10 locked iron chests. Each one is like the size of, actually, I'll say bigger. I'm talking like a chest here. So like almost pallet sized.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say the size of your cooler, but I was like, no, actually that doesn't fit with the description they've got.
Can I open it?
It's locked.
Can I pick it?
Can you? With what?
What's around? Is there anything around? Small
Polished
implements?
stone floors.
Hmm. No metal rods or pins or.
One of the things that you're looking around. First off, you do notice that there is another exit, a small tunnel at the far end that goes to the right.
Mm-hmm.
But you're looking around and you notice, like, this whole time, this place has actually been very, very clean.
Yeah.
You have not seen any footprints anywhere. There's no signs of shoe, like scuff marks on the floor from shoes. There's no like dirt or dust in the corners. This place is clean.
Like someone's been cleaning it.
Or like literally nothing has touched this place since it was constructed.
Spiders would touch it.
Okay.
There'd be cobwebs or dust. Dust would touch it.
Well,
Billy needs to go deep in a cave.
so thinking about this, so this big wheel with this big chain, could like me and some of our gang, or just some of our gang, Kokoma's not exactly in tip-top shape, like try like turning the wheel and the chain a small amount.
Excuse me. Yes. You are able to move the wheel. It's about 15 feet in diameter, but is like raised up to about shoulder. The bottom of the wheel is at like shoulder height here. So you're able to get a few of the reed people to pull it along on the sprockets or the spokes there, and you are able to turn it.
It's like a big bicycle.
Pretty much.
Bicycle.
Sure,
gang
it even makes like a
comes back.
click sound
Does
as
it have
as you're
some
going.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle little spoke rings on it?
What?
You know, like the little spoke rings that like glimmered and shit when you. You didn't have spoke rings or spoke charms.
Oh, spoke
On your
charms.
bike?
No, I didn't. I was.
They like kind of slide to the end every time you. Yeah.
I know
No,
what
I
you're
did not
talking
have
about.
those.
I see them every
You know
day.
what
Yeah,
Um,
Maggie works in a bike here, or works in a bike shop, and is just like silent on this matter.
I was just a child in the '90s that needed to have these smoke charms.
I mean,
my
I was.
job is informing people that their children's bikes from the '90s don't work anymore. Um, so, um, yeah, informing people that the passage of time waits for no one. So, all right.
So we
So
have
we've got the
2
little
exits
tunnel. So,
now.
like, rotating the chain and wheel set, like, do we, like, notice anything change other than just, like, it spins?
Yeah, you're not like they're getting it to move. That's it. Like they've got
Okay.
it going.
I suppose, like, we could look down the manhole and see what's going on there. Like, I don't
There's a
know.
ladder that descends further than your light can see.
Yeah. Um,
Is
I
the
don't know.
ladder
Like,
going further down?
Doc Levinson, you
There.
good with
It
operating?
descends.
Yeah, you good operating by KPEC light?
Yeah.
The Capex only shed enough light, like you can only see something that's like a few feet away from them. They're not.
But I can see
Yeah.
the Capex. And I'm
Yeah,
gonna have a
it's like
little
glow in the dark
Capex.
stuff. If you had a
Yeah.
I'm
giant
gonna have.
glow in the dark little
I'm gonna
dude,
demand. I'm gonna demand that like at least 3 or 4 Capex just like hover around me at all times, like green turtle shells. They illuminate me.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't mean can you operate a, like, really, I'm just like, I want to know, like, what this wheel and chain turns. And so, like, if I go down a little bit on this ladder with the lantern
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and shed some light,
Okay.
then, like, I'm not just leaving Doc Levinson and the rest of the gang alone in literal total
I'll go for it.
darkness. Um, okay.
Science is a crew.
So I'm going to take a
Do it
peek
for science.
at what's going on down the manhole, down that
You're gonna go
ladder.
down the manhole.
Yeah, to like, and as I go down, like with the lantern, I guess, like, I don't know, on my belt or whatever,
Sure.
like,
Yeah, you gotta maintain 3 points of contact on a ladder. That's just OSHA safety.
yes, if you're in a ladder in an abyssal darkness, you maintain 3 points of contact.
Yeah, you better.
Yeah. So, yeah, but as I go down, can I see the chain across from me in the darkness?
No, you can see that it is a small
It's just a
tube.
straight up tube.
Yeah, it's a straight up tube.
Okay. It's not more of this, like, the walls are so far away.
No,
Okay.
this is a straight tube that goes down at least 20 feet out.
Okay.
Is that the bottom of the ladder?
No, that is the bottom of what Hokuma can see.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Is
can.
Hokuma gonna continue to descend?
I'm gonna climb down to the bottom of the ladder, take a peek, and then we'll decide from there.
Sure,
And
there.
can we see what Hokuma's doing since she has light?
I mean, I'm in a tube.
Yeah, you're in a tube. You can just see her
Yeah,
like
dude.
going down. Like if you've ever looked down a manhole, it's
Mhm.
just like a tube with a ladder on it until it gets down to like the sewer. But the sewers are usually like 10 feet down. You know, like a city sewer isn't like 40 feet straight down. I'm sure some of them are, or some things that have manholes to them are.
Yeah.
But anyways,
So I reach the bottom.
oh, so you're gonna go all the way down to the bottom?
Yeah.
All right, you get down to the bottom, and there's like a small opening that really is just like the end, and then there is the wall. So you come down the ladder, and then the wall to your left opens up, and there's just more darkness again.
All right.
And then along the outside edge there is another ladder that goes downwards. This ladder is the opposite. It only has like the ladder, and
It's
it is just
straight
open.
up a ladder, like suspended in the darkness.
Yes.
Ooh. All right. Yeah. Hokuma's gonna go back up. Yeah, I can't see the chain out in the darkness.
No.
Just like hanging there. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Hokuma's gonna climb back up and be like, I can't see shit. So there's.
Where did the chain go down to?
I have no idea.
Did it just go down beyond where you could see?
Or
the holes that the chain descends through are also manhole sized.
Oh, okay.
Actually, they're larger than manhole sized. You could fit one of these boxes down these holes. One of these chests could come down these holes.
What if you fit a Dr. Levinson down one of these holes?
I mean, if one of these pallet-sized crates can fit down the hole, then a Levinson can easily drop down the hole into the abyss.
I'll ride a pallet down.
Or just ride the chain, I imagine.
Well, I mean, the pallet has to go on the chain somehow, or else it's just going to crash down, isn't it?
Well, I thought Gobin was just saying you could fit one in the hole. Just a big hole.
It's a big hole.
Or we're just going to yeet it down into the hole.
What are you doing?
I
Can the pallet tell us what it sees?
Gobin said a pallet could go down, and it's like, well, how do we get a pallet down without just making it crash down?
I don't think we can.
I was using that to demonstrate
size-wise.
how big it is. If I said you could fit a banana through here, you're like, so we must put a banana in there.
Yes.
How do we fit the banana in?
Admittedly, that is just the game
if a
Resident
banana
Evil.
has not fit.
You're playing a game of Resident Evil and you're like, it looks like a jewel could fit in there. And then you find a jewel and you're like, aha. And then you're going in later in the game and it's like, it looks like a shotgun could fit in there. And you're like, I'll put my shotgun on there. And you're like, just put a heavy stick. Severed arm from one of the zombies.
Yeah.
Nah, shotgun.
Yeah, so like you can grab onto these chains. You can they're close enough that you can just reach out and grab them. The holes are big enough that you can easily fit through them. The holes that the chains descend into are big enough that you can easily fit in them. Yeah.
I'll say, all right.
And as you turn the wheel, one side of the chain moves up and the other moves down. I don't know if I made that clear, but I'll
That's what I was
reiterate
assuming was happening, but I'm realizing that if you contradicted me there, it would have really thrown my brain for a loop. I've been like, oh.
So what wheel do?
What is this wheel made out of? The most frightening horror of them all.
Yeah, it is like a sprocket, I suppose, is the technical term there for.
It's literally a sprocket.
Yeah, a wheel that turns a chain.
I'll say I don't know about you chaps, but I am sick of stairs and just grab the chain and ride it down.
The chain doesn't move when you grab onto it.
Not with my weight on it.
Yeah, it doesn't move with just your weight on it. Also, which chain?
The one going down.
They both can go down.
They can both go down,
one way or another way.
Yeah.
I don't think
it's not monodirectional.
It's not directional, I think.
Yes, you can turn the wheel clockwise or anti-clockwise.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do, one side goes up or down, depending on which side you're which way you're
Yeah,
turning the
chain
wheel.
grab. Also, what light are you bringing?
Are you bringing
Only the light of my electric skin.
You're just gonna shoot
So
lightning
none.
out of your hand and be like, "Well, with that camera flash."
No. Let him do it, Maggie.
I'm bringing
I
some
won't
Capex
stop
with
him.
me. Come on,
Doc,
Capex.
honestly, it would be pretty sick to give an adventuring party like a photography camera.
Which chain are you grabbing? This is technically important.
Which chain am I grabbing of this wheel that is rotating?
There is a chain that is close to the door you came in, and a chain that is far from the door you came in.
Mm-hmm. And
What's it gonna be, Doc? I mean,
the one that's far.
Looking down both of them, you can see. You cannot see anything either way to distinguish between the two.
I'll just go down the one that's close. I'm sick of stairs. I'm going down.
Well, there's a ladder too.
Send me down.
also, like you.
Well, I'd rather get descended if that's cool than go down a ladder. Seems easier.
All right.
I mean, going down the chain is pretty sick.
Can I bring a few Capex with me? I'll ask if I can.
Yeah. They also.
They can get on my ripped. They can get on my ripped traps here, and just fucking. Come on.
Yeah, they'll grab on.
All right.
You can either make a strength check or a strength check with disadvantage, or a dexterity check. Normal.
I'll take the dex with disadvantage, I think.
No. Strength with disadvantage or
I'll
normal dex.
I'll take the strength with disadvantage.
Are you sure?
No. Because that's a fail. It would have failed either way if it was an 18.
You know, you can just roll 2d20.
Whatever.
You can also just hit your strength number and then hit the plus sign or the minus sign for advantage or disadvantage.
Well,
yeah.
You know. Okay.
All right. So, as you grab on, the chain stays still, but then once you have the weight of one of the Capex, actually. So the two Capex go to like jump on you. One of them grabs onto you, and then you both immediately descend down into the hole. The second one doesn't have something to grab onto all of a sudden, and its glowing body hurtles past you down this hole, and you hear it scream for like a tenth of a second. It's really just a yelp before it cracks into a floor down below.
Oh no.
Is it still glowing?
Yes, its skin is still glowing.
I'm glad
Good to know.
All right. Oh Jesus.
The chain
is
now, the wheel is now spinning without any from just the weight of Levinson and this K-Pack as they descend towards the smattered body of the first K-Pack that fell. Levinson, you're getting very close to the floor here. Like, you see that like screaming up towards you. You know that you're slowed by the chain. Like, it is giving resistance here. so you're not just like in a free fall. But you know
Going
that it would
fast.
also, you're going faster than you are comfortable with. However, Hokuma, what you see up is that a platform comes up and closes the chain at the other end, comes up and pulls this platform closed into the floor of the
And just goes
armory where you're
shoo.
standing. Yep. And at that point, Levinson, that strength save was to hold on to the chain as you stop suddenly.
Mm-hmm.
You managed to hold on to the chain. But you are not on the floor. You're
Severe.
You're at least 15 feet above the dead K-Pack.
But I can see the dead K-Pack down there.
Yeah, you can see it's like 15 feet away.
But so what am I on? Like this
About
giant
50 feet
like
away.
pillar that just arose?
No, you are on a chain.
Okay. Oh, hanging.
Yes, hanging
Kind of
on a
at the
chain.
bottom. Kind of at the bottom of a U. Is that kind of where I'm at? Like just
You're at the bottom of an N, is more accurate.
Uh-huh. Oh, so
The chain
goes
continues
this way or
past
this
you.
way?
What?
Oh.
I have a little illustration of like what's been like, because I've been keeping track. So it's like, here's the wheel and the chain, and then you're going down
okay.
here, and so
Yes.
like the floor is somewhere down here along with the dead K-Pack.
But I'm at the end of the chain.
Yeah,
You
you're
are
at
not
this,
at the end of the chain.
because assumedly down further is another wheel that then this loops back into.
Here we
Okay,
go.
so I have
This
to
is
climb-
perfect. It's like this, Billy. Let me turn
I have
off
to
my
climb-
virtual
I
background
have
here.
to climb down. Yeah, Maggie's drawing is sufficient. So I have to climb down the chain.
So it's like this. And what you did was you jumped on this side, and it went like that until it stopped. However, this end continues down, but where you're hanging is not at the bottom of the chain.
Okay. So we have to climb. Me and the K-Pax have to climb down.
Yeah, to reach the
You
floor.
could climb down 15 feet, or make sense?
Right. Now
Because there's a wheel. There's a wheel at the top.
Mm-hmm.
And there are people who can turn it if you yell out
Mhm.
at them. Also, here's our long descent down.
That's
Nice.
yeah, very accurate.
I
Just
think I'm gonna
like-
climb down towards the dead K-Pack.
Okay.
Hokuma's just gonna like work.
Yeah, you
You're
are
a-
standing there. You're standing there beside this dead K-Pec, and the other K-Pec that's beside you is just like, ah, my buddy.
Hokuma, you just hear yelling from above. Hokuma being like, "Are you guys okay? What
And
if you
then-
fell?"
The K-Pec grabs the other K-Pec's spear and is now like dual wielding spears.
Workman's
Okay.
comp. Workman's comp.
You get workman's comp when you splatter.
Not OSHA approves.
No, I don't think this building was approved by OSHA.
Well, then you definitely
These are not the
get
sort of
workman's comp.
These
Yeah.
are not the sort of working conditions that I will subject the Capex to in the future.
This is
You literally-
hostile work environment, hostile work environment.
Oh, I know. You're preaching
The
to the
K-Pax are
choir. You're
immediately.
preaching to the choir here, Capex.
Are you? Are they? You entombed us in here.
Well, I'll get us out. It's okay.
Have you ever heard? of
Carl
the-
says, the union will bring this to the next meeting that we have with management.
I can't hear him. He's 5,000 feet above me.
Well, but Hokuma can hear. Well,
Yeah.
they up in the armory at the top of the wheel, you can still hear the shout of of hostile work environment.
Yeah, this is honestly, this is the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory all over again.
I'll say the
not
chain,
quite that
the
bad.
chain goes all the way to the bottom. You guys can come down now, and we'll tie down the end so it doesn't shift.
You'll tie it down with.
We will find a way to. There's gotta be something down here. Or is it all just still polished stone?
Well, as you look around, you realize that it's very dark.
I've got my Capex.
You've got your Capex that shed light, as well as a
Like glow in the
large
dark
child-sized glow in the
I
dark
hold him.
doll.
I hold him in front of me.
Just
And-
like this, just like what's
Yeah.
in front, what's over here.
I grab the dead Capex and hold him in front of me as a torch.
It's
Us-
it's like an old well, I was gonna say like an old flashlight, but like a flashlight that runs on batteries, not on like lithium batteries, where it's just like the voltage has gone so low in these batteries that incandescent light, like you can see it, but it barely sheds any light.
Yeah, I imagine you got to hold it up like inches from an object to see clearly anything, to make out any detail. Also, Hoka was just yelling like, "Are you okay? What's going on down there?"
Everything's fine. No,
Everything's
not everything's
fine?
No, not everything's fine. One of them are dead. I'm sorry.
Oh dear.
Val.
What is?
Oh, I'll hold the chain. I'll hold the chain as people come down.
Okay.
If they'll come down. If you guys want to come down. I mean, I don't know what else you're gonna do.
I suppose you're alive.
I'll hold the chain as they come down. Just my weight.
I don't know if
Don't go on the opposite chain. Just come down the one that I went down.
Hoka was gonna go stand on the platform.
Please don't go down the opposite chain. That would be.
You don't know what
terrible.
Hoka was doing.
All right.
I'm letting
Yeah,
go.
you,
If
I mean, you stand on the platform, and it does like it starts to shift, but like the weights are rather evened
And I'm
out.
not going to bring anyone else with me. Instead, I'm going to ask them to turn the wheel slowly.
Well, wait. I have to let go of the chain then. Are you gonna tell me to let go of the chain?
I mean, like, the chain won't move down anyway. So, like, I mean, I imagine you'll feel it start being pushed up as, like, Capex and Reed.
Yeah,
people.
if I start getting lifted up, I'm gonna let go.
Yeah, like as soon as she
That's not
steps
what
on
I-
it,
that's
you
not
get
what I
like
wanted.
you feel like a slight tug upwards, but it's not heavy.
Well,
I
as
was
long
imagining
as
Dolphin
long
to
as I
be
can
like,
still
Hoka, god damn it.
As soon as I start getting lifted up, I'm gonna let go. But
It's not lifting.
I'm-
It's not lifting.
I'm not that
Levinson.
heavy.
yeah, if I'm not getting lifted up yet, I won't let go.
I'm gonna, yeah, as Hokuba's like standing on the platform, she's gonna like ask the Reed people and the Capex to like turn the wheel slowly so that she goes down like safely.
Sure. Well, the Capex cannot reach it, but the Reed people
The
can.
Reed people, yeah.
The Reed people are, yeah, they'll like slowly, pull
She's
the chain or
She's also gonna apologize
rotate the
for
sprocket.
leaving them in the dark.
They're like, you could leave the lantern with us.
No, I'm not being alone without light.
Should one of us come with you? Yeah,
No,
that
I'm
sounds
good.
like a good idea.
I suppose, yeah, one of them can come with me. I'll take one Reed person with the lantern. Also,
All right,
I thought you said you were going to use your electricity to light the room, but whatever.
Both y'all make saving throws.
Both of us make saving throws?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
Womp.
Nope.
All right. Wow. All three of those would have failed everything. Brutal.
None of us had a chance.
None of y'all had a chance. Yeah. So as soon as the reed person steps on the platform, you've strongly changed the weight that is being put, and only Levinson is holding on to the chain. Levinson.
Wait, I said as soon as I start getting lifted up, I'm letting go. I did say that.
Sure. So the platform begins descending rapidly.
Oh, fuck.
And as it does,
I get yoinked up, I let go.
You let go of the chain. And then the platform that they are on descending hits the point where the chain is taut. There is a jerk. Both of you are slammed to the floor of this platform, and then it's the platform that Levinson is standing on starts lifting up.
I thought it was off of this chain by this point. I thought.
What is if one side of the chain is connected to a platform that it lifts up?
Now, this all makes sense now. Okay.
Then the other side needs to be connected to the same thing, to a counterweight, which is the same platform on both sides of this chain.
Yeah, this all makes sense now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, you just sort of go up and down. So there isn't like another wheel on the opposite end. I mean, maybe.
It's a dumbwaiter.
Yeah, it's a dumbwaiter. It's literally a dumbwaiter.
And Levinson is now on the lighter side.
Well,
and Hokuma
Levinson...
and the reed person are rapidly gaining speed as they are descending on the heavy side. And then the reed people at the top regain control of it and are able to slow it down and stop both platforms. So they're just holding it still at this point.
Hokuma is slowly getting onto her knees after falling onto the platform and is like, "You good?
Thing you've got 4 knees."
Yeah. And she's gonna to the reed person be like, "Are you okay? We're all okay. Lantern's still lit." Just patting herself down, like, "We're alive. You're alive.
Yep, you're fine."
Right.
So Hokuma is now at on the low part. So your K-Pec could get off, and then it would shift.
She doesn't have a K-Pec. She has a reed person. She has a 200 kilogram person with her.
Your reed person could hop off and shift the weight back.
100 kilograms.
Oh wait, I need to take somebody on. So somebody, I want to take a K-Pec.
Well,
you've got a K-Pec.
I want to take another K-Pec.
Hokuma's just gonna yell "Can y'all hear me?" Up. Can she see anything around her? Is she in a tube?
Sure.
Or is she in a room?
You're in a tube. You're in a tube that is
I can hear Hokuma, right?
only slightly bigger. You're both in tubes that are. Each one is only slightly bigger than the space it takes for a platform to come through there.
All right, Hokuma's just gonna be keep lowering me slowly, up.
Oh, okay. So my K-Pec needs to hop off.
Well, you're gonna go up, back to their room.
Well, if my K-Pec gets off, then we'll raise up more.
But you're I think you're stuck together in the tube.
Yeah, you're both in a tube at this point.
Can the K-Pec not scurry up the chain and get off?
The chain is going up.
Yeah,
you're going up.
I'm on the lighter side. I'm going up.
Yes. If the K-Pec is on the chain, then the K-Pec is still putting force on this side of the chain.
Yeah, the K-Peg needs to go up the chain and jump off.
But
Back.
Hokuma already gave them an instruction, so they are starting to turn the wheel and bring Levinson up as Hokuma continues to descend.
Because, like, you know, now, like, so, like, you know, like, so these chains, like, go down, and then we have, like, an elevator, essentially. It's a dumbwaiter. And then it goes up, and then they're around, and then there's another one. But, like, as they pass through these channels, there's walls on all sides of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's not like if you're in the tube, you're just in the tube. And I think asking Capex to jump down these holes is maybe a little rude. Considering
I was telling him to jump up the hole, but
how?
Climb up the chain. They're crafty.
Anyway, yeah. I'm like, there's a dumbwaiter between you and below you.
I have to lose weight, but not really because we have people pulling the wheel.
We're fine. We're fine.
Okay.
I don't have to lose any motion. Yeah, this is a people-powered dumbwaiter. This isn't like a laundry chute where you're just like, you know, you're like 5 and you get in the laundry chute and you're like, oh yeah, ah!
Yeah, this is for moving pallet-sized iron crates.
Yeah, you aren't a child and you get in, it's literally just held up by fucking like rope, and you're like, oh yeah, oh! It snaps.
We all float down here.
Yeah.
Pretty sure there was a dumbwaiter scene in it.
Maybe.
Never seen it.
I'm thinking honestly.
No. It wasn't it. It was Hill House.
Yes. I'm also thinking of the dumbwaiter in the movie Mouse Hunt with Catzilla.
Far sillier. Anyways, yeah, so as Hokuma continues to descend, eventually the tube opens up and you're about 15 feet up from the floor. It's a large room here, and it's a huge and seemingly empty hallway. There are directly to your left is essentially this huge bronze door that is covered in moon symbols and motifs.
Bronze door.
Mm-hmm. It's in shape. It's several slats of metal, like horizontal slats like that.
Damn.
Speak friend and enter.
But it is this sort of bronze that's covered in these moon motifs. In the floor between the two platforms, you can see areas that are marked on the floor where these platforms are. You know, the subterranean artistic version of yellow and black caution tape.
Yeah. Don't stand here.
Or do stand here. Between these two sections, however, is a is another like manhole with a ladder that descends downwards, and then I see. Wait. No, that's not it. 43. Okay, and then at the end of At the other end of the room are two cylinders made of the same bronze with
At the other end of the
moon
door,
at the other end of the hallway,
like opposite from the door, on the opposite side.
at the other end.
All right.
So they're on the same side, but it is a long hallway.
I see. Oh, I see. Yes. Okay.
These would be, if the garage door basically is to your left, these would be straightforward in front of you.
Okay.
There are these two bronze cylinders. Each one is 8 feet tall and 8 feet in diameter.
Fuck. With big chonkies.
You also see towards that end a ladder that descends from a hole in the roof.
Oh. So the ladder going up. I wonder. My map is like, thank you, Billy, for not giving us a west, for not giving us cardinal directions, because like I'm mixed. I definitely have my directions wrong, and I'm like, I have no idea if that lines up with the manhole cover up top. But like in this hallway, there isn't like an abyss and a ladder down, so it can't be. It doesn't. It's not the same place that led to.
None of us have a compass.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Do you have
Billy's like,
Abraham over
hard
there?
mode only.
Are you petting an Abraham?
Me? No, I was cleaning off the screen on my tablet.
It did look like you were like
I
petting
thought you were petting a dog.
I mean, it's the same sort of motion.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, that's fine.
my
Not there anymore.
goodness, this dungeon really fucking opened up.
Sure did.
Yeah. I see what you mean when you told me that there's no way we're going through all these entrances and exits. I think now's the point where we pick one. All right.
Well, I'm at the top. I'm back at the top with the I'm basically back up there with all the rest of the Capex.
Back in the armory. So when you are up there,
I'm gonna hop off and go be with everybody else.
Okay, yeah. Hokuma is at the bottom of the other one, so it's not going to descend anymore.
Right. It should just even out, or
No, she
whatever.
has more weight on her end when you get off, but your end is at the top, so that's fine. Yeah, so you're up there. There's the 10 crates. There is the small passageway to the right.
All right. I want to take a crate and put it on my end. Well, all right. I'll let Hokuma get off.
Okay. These metal crates, which are about a meter on a side, are quite heavy.
I need some help then. Oh, luckily I've got plenty of reed people and
Yep.
Carl's.
It's easy enough for four reed people to lift one of these crates, and like enough to move it. Not enough to like lift it up, but enough to like pick it up.
Okay. Can I help them? All right. Can we
This
get
is a heavy thing. Like,
Let's
yes,
get
you can
Hokuma
help them,
off
but they're
of
already
the-
doing it.
We got Hokuma off of the platform.
Oh yeah, I think Hokuma's gonna step off the platform. I think the first thing she checks out is these two big metal cylinders.
Sure. There is a doorway in each of them.
Oh. Well, that's awesome. All right, I think it's time for her to go back, and she's going to start the process of going back and reporting her findings and like get
Okay.
back
So
to the group before she
you're gonna
gets
hop
too
back.
far
You're gonna
off.
hop back on.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess she's coming in the room and like, you guys are doing shit with crates.
Yep. Doing shit like putting very heavy crates on the top of a dumbwaiter
Oh no!
while you are
Hokuma turns
exploring
around.
the room below.
Yeah, Hokuma turns around for 5 seconds.
Both
And
of y'all roll.
Wait,
Give me a saving throw.
Can I roll engineering to know if this is a terrible idea?
you know, Billy,
Well,
I
Just-
think you already
just
know.
based on-
you didn't check the
based-
other. You didn't check that there was something to counterweight this
weight?
with.
Based on weights alone.
You didn't check to see if there was something to counterweight this. So roll. Both of y'all roll saving throws.
Yeah, I ain't saving.
Nope.
Yeah, Hokuma just, I imagine, just like steps out. Like, I imagine she's just like, she walks out to the hallway and it's like,
Mhm.
oh damn, there's a lot of doorways. And then like
Who's there? Who's there with Hokuma?
the read person.
Mm-hmm.
I've got one read person with me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he's doing.
Well, as
But Hokuma
as
just turns
Levinson is
around.
directing the reed people to put this crate on the platform that they have there. You know, there's 4 of them, one at each corner where there's these handles on the crates so that they can move them around. And then they set it on the platform, and at first it sort of like moves a little bit and then quickly drops away. Very fast. This was a very, very heavy object on a system that only required about 300 pounds to push it in one way or the other.
Yeah.
And you hear the sound of the chain just spiraling away behind you, and you turn around to see what's going on, and what you see is the reed person there beside you also turning and looking into the darkness, and then BOOM! There's
Just
a
red spear.
I don't know what the right word is, but a fan of red
Yeah.
in all sides from underneath the platform.
What's it? Just rays of it.
Yes. And rays of viscera around this now. And
Hokuma just like
the crate shatters. Billy, roll 1d10.
Seven.
Roll 1d4. Two. All right. So inside this this crate, Maggie, you see packed inside is some sort of like foam packing material.
what? Yeah. So it's
Styrofoam.
just like fucking styrofoam peanuts pour out, and there's just viscera. And Hoka was just like, ah.
These packing
And-
peanuts were somehow 400 pounds.
And inside, I mean, it is a meter on a side steel box.
Yeah.
That is a lot of fucking steel.
Yeah.
Full of packing peanuts.
And inside were at least you can see like the remains of 20 some of these shattered orbs that are about the size of a softball. And each one of these orbs is leaking this like brown, muddy sort of goo. and looking at them all, you see 2 that are not broken.
Okay. Hokuma's gonna approach very slowly, very afraid. She's also gonna yell, "What the fuck did you do? What the fuck did you do?" Like
Apply
up
the
in the
counterweight?
hole. So you hear just like echoing from like the distance, just like angry screaming.
Meanwhile, at the top now, the far platform, or the far chain hole, has a platform in it.
Yeah.
Or that
Well,
platform
okay.
is all the way at the top.
So after Hokuma's done venting of like, you fucking killed him! You like Hokuma doesn't exactly like have like a strong conviction in the sanctity of life, but like she's a human being and she just saw another human being get literally liquefied. So like there's no way she doesn't have a strong emotional reaction to that. And she's just like, "Oh fuck. Oh fuck, damn it."
All right.
And then
We
she's
put-
gonna pick up. She's gonna. So there's all these broken, oozing brown orbs, and there's 2 that are unbroken. So she's gonna like pick up those 2 and like, is it like glass that the orbs are made out of, or is it like
No, it is metal.
metal? And it's
Yes.
full of brown ooze. The ooze.
And the outside of the orb is looks like a spherical version of a Hershey's chocolate bar.
Oh shit. Hokuma's gonna take very carefully. She's gonna take let's see. What's in my inventory? I've got a shovel. She's gonna take the end of her shovel and just on the metal blade of it, like on sort of the she's gonna like scoop up just a tiny bit of that goo and like walk away from the rest of the goo and set it down and take a little bit of her lantern light, or maybe not her lantern, but a little bit of like her flint and steel and just light that like, that like half a gram.
Yeah, like cut some sparks on it.
Yeah.
It does nothing.
Okay, it does not ignite.
It does not ignite.
Okay.
Or explode.
Okay. Just a moment of like, how many hands? Oh, great. I've got a bunch of leaking explosives down here with me. So yeah, it's literally just like this like truncated sphere. Like a golf ball. But
no, like softball.
Yeah. Well, I mean like texture wise. Like, well, yeah, like these like little square indents coming out of a big sphere. Like a soccer ball. Okay. And she's got 2 of them. And there's no other markings on it?
Not that... There are symbols on it. But they are not in any language that you have seen before.
Well,
and they are not in the Dam Builder's language.
Well, all right then. None of that is pleasing information. Oh joy. Oh great joy. Okay. Ihokuma has no idea how she's gonna get back up now, because there's a fucking like ton of shit on one of the dumbwaiters, and the person who can help her move it is not with us any longer. There's not 2 corpses down here.
To make things easier, since there are 10 crates and I've already established that which one they are matters, we'll say that they have large, like painted on them, on the sides of them in the Dam Builder's number system, is the numbers 1 through 10.
Okay.
And this was 7. Just keep it fucking simple, okay?
Yeah, sure. That's dope. I like the idea that we're in this like Dam Builder industrial space. All right. Well,
so
I guess maybe this is a good point to leave off, because it's like 11:43 and like Hokuma's
Yeah.
stuck in the dark. Hokuma now doesn't know how she's gonna get up other than climbing the chain, I guess.
Off the fucking chain.
Yeah,
I was planning on coming
that's
down.
tonight's episode title, I guess. Well,
Okay.
I'm also just all right. Reviewing for my mapping. So down here, there is the two dumbwaiters that enter this space, and the both dumbwaiters enter the same room. Triple checking that. Like I'm down here with the dead Capec and the
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like the two sides of the dumbwaiter come to this space that is
Okay.
before this massive door. And then there's at the other end of this like tunnel, well, room. Excuse me. There are the two bronze cylinders with doorways.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay,
There are
okay.
doorways in them.
So we got a massive door, and then we've got the cylinders with the doorways. And then on the that other side of the room, was there a ladder or
Yes, there is a ladder going
up? Yeah.
Oh, there's your way up.
a steel ladder with web motifs, but still ladder none the same.
Web motifs. Fascinating. Okay. Okay. So I feel pretty satisfied with that. I think I've got all the relevant details on the map. Because I've got the manhole up top that went down to the like mysterious ledge.
Mm-hmm.
With the ladder that just goes down into fucking nothing. There's that little like crawl space that was in the dumbwaiter room with the wheel, and then there's two. Okay. Yeah, we're good. I think my map's relatively complete then.
All right. As you all are standing there, as Hokuma is down below, like mapping out and trying to recover from the shock of Reed Person the First getting smashed,
Primus?
liquefied. Primus, yes, Primus, the first to go.
Yeah.
Oh man, and then we have to come up
What
with
about
names
Winona's
that
big
are also like
brown beaver?
counting, but
Secundus.
are names, but in a different language for the Capex.
Oh yeah. Who was the first Capec who died?
Firstus.
Firstus?
Firstus.
Yeah, okay. That's cute.
And then there will be Nextus.
Firstest.
Firstus, Nextus, Thirdus.
Thirdest. Fourth. Fistus.
Fistus. Fistus of the West.
Real Chad.
And then last, but certainly not least, Carl.
Carl.
Carl's the true champion.
Indeed.
All right. As you are, what's Levinson doing in the top room here?
As she,
I was gonna hop on the other platform.
I don't think
Presuming that the weight is on the lower.
Yeah,
you can stand on the other platform at this point.
If I pull the chain, can I pull it up, or can I pull it, down?
If you're standing on the platform and you pull on the chain, does not change.
Not standing on the platform. If I can pull, like if I'm off the platform and I can pull the chain, can I pull it?
That's the same as standing on the platform.
I have to get on the platform before I can tell whether I can pull the platform or not.
If
If
you
put
are
a fan on a boat and blow it into the sail, will the boat move?
I'm wondering if I can get. This is not the same thing. This is not the same thing at all.
all right, Billy. Back to our functional diagram here.
Yeah.
Is that a bungee cord?
No, it's a workout strap.
Oh,
So
I see.
kind of a bungee cord.
It's a
but...
bungee cord with pretensions. It's a fitness cord.
Oh my
bungee
goodness!
cord.
If you use this as a bungee cord, first off, you couldn't even make it very far because it's only this long. Second off, it's not very strong.
I don't mean bungee jumping bungee cord.
Well,
Anyway.
yes.
But yes.
Anyways, so if you have this here and you have something, so here is your balance point, the wheel at the top, right? If I put 5 pounds here, or 5 pounds here, or 5 pounds right here, that's still 5 pounds on this side of the balance point.
Right.
So whether you are standing on the platform and putting weight here, or whether you grab the chain and pull down, you are applying the same amount of force on the same side.
Yeah.
And on the other side is many hundreds of pounds.
Yes.
Yeah. I get that. I'm seeing if the I want to see if what I just threw down this pit has stayed on the platform. So I'm pulling it to see if I can actually pull it, or
I see. So Doc Levitt's just like tugging on the chain, being like, "Is it still working?"
Yeah, like I'm seeing if my counterweight is still in place.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to see.
Yes, it is.
Okay, it's still in place. So I'm gonna hop on the platform.
Okay.
Do I move?
No.
I'm gonna keep on getting. I'm gonna get more and more Capex until I move.
What about the reed people?
We'll get the reed people too, if that's what it takes. Do one by one. We'll do one by one until we start slowly moving down.
Okay. What is your goal here?
To all get down to the.
I should mention that Hokuma's not standing in the demarcated spaces.
Yeah, probably smart.
Hokuma has just been made very aware
of
what will happen.
Very heavy chest start going back up, and you're like, nope, not going anywhere near there. So now you see the squished excrement of the reed person start to separate away.
Yeah, I was gonna say as you as Levinson and we'll say Levinson and 2 Capex get on the other side, it sort of like lifts up and just like cheese.
Oh.
You know when you've got hot cheese and you just pull it apart?
No.
Oh
no.
I think
the human body isn't that sticky, but it's not that stringy.
Well, you know, like, I don't know what happens to a human body when it's subjected to that much force that quickly. Like,
yeah, I've never seen anyone crushed completely.
Like completely, like just completely, to nothing.
That's really not an emergency medical scene anymore.
Yeah, that's
the story of the 9.7 earthquake in Alaska.
No, we'll save that for after we finish this up, though, because we're trying to.
It's just like watching like the sticky remains of this person lift
No, we've just brutally like destroyed a couple people. Like there's nothing fucking PG about this stream.
PG-13.
Yeah, I think Hokuma's just gonna like watching.
There's nothing PG-13 about this stream.
We have not had a breast exposed yet, so we're not at rated R yet.
Look, there has been fucking once because y'all are like, nah, there's no time for fucking.
Who fucked? Wait, what?
Abe, the realest one amongst us. Fuck that dude.
Abe fuck?
The guy who showed up for one episode fucked and was like, I got what I came for.
And then left like a fucking just pure power.
Skeet 'em and yeet 'em.
The realest of Chads.
They just showed up, fucked, and left.
Shows up, bangs, does not elaborate, leaves.
Well, he did elaborate. That's how we found out that Echo doesn't have any tattoos.
That's true. So yeah, I think Hokuba just like watching like the viscera like string off and drip off the elevator, just like with the stress of the day, the 2 dead bodies she's in the room with, the fact that she's really
well. There's only
badly
one dead
injured.
body. The other dead
the other
body
one's
is
on
is
the
on the
dumbwaiter.
platform.
Yeah. Like, I guess she's what? Oh god.
Well, that one has also been, I guess, mashed at this point.
Oh yeah. Just the 2 dead bodies like intermixed in a way that I'm gonna say reminds her of like a sort of glow in the dark fucking like a sort of glow in the dark fucking vodka sauce.
Yeah, I was gonna say something like, what it reminds me specifically of is the cover of Metallica's Load album, which is
Look this up.
a mixture of blood and semen between 2 panes of glass.
Yeah.
Except instead of jizz, it's
A glow in the
K-Pex
dark
sauce.
little person. So yeah. She's just gonna see that and she's just gonna vomit. Like she's just like stressed and hurting, and there's dead bodies. Just like there's just viscera, and she's just like,
And now there's more.
yeah, and she's just like, oh god. If she vomits up the bacterial juice that was in her before, yeah.
I'll have it known that the Reed people kind of did this to themselves, considering they took the chest.
Spoken like a true slug. I'll have it known that my workers were the ones who killed
followed
this
my
man.
directions,
They weren't following,
and it was their choice to
proper
follow
OSHA
my
guidelines.
directions.
I'm gonna. Shut
I
this
was
place
following
down.
directions. They
I'm
were the ones
shutting
who
this place
failed.
down, okay?
They were the ones who failed to follow the clearly defined safety steps beforehand.
Yeah,
And
they
this is what
violated
happens.
OSHA.
We're shutting this place down for at least 3 days.
Yeah, the guy who was
To,
standing in the dotted line, he's fired now.
Yeah.
All right, so as you are slowly starting to descend, or as Levinson is slowly starting to descend, there are a few Reed people who are standing. Reed people and Capex who are standing around, just sort of like looking, watching, trying to figure out what's going on. And right as his eye stalks are about to, this is good. Right as his eye stalks are descending past the lip, what you see is one of the Reed people who is standing close to the entryway at the small passage at the back. He is standing there, and a 8-foot wide hand reaches out of the passage and grabs him and squeezes him, and he doesn't even have a chance to scream before his head pops
God.
at like a stress toy, and the hand just starts to slowly work its way back into this passage.
All right, everybody
And
on.
that's where we'll end for the night.
Yeah.
Thank you once again for tuning into our game.
Or a metal hand.
A pale flesh hand.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
Get Titan.
Thank you once again for tuning into our game. This has been another episode of Collaborators Without Direction. Bring your friends to watch us on twitch.tv/Kigali01 or on YouTube at Collaborators Without Direction. Until next time, spread your wings and fly free.